Alrighty, so we should be live, hopefully. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh my gosh. Um, how long has it been since I last streamed? I think it's been like a couple months. It's been a couple months. But yeah, everything's up and running, everything's good. So, yeah. Okay. So, what's going on, guys? Memory here. This is going to be like the first of many streams that I have every Sunday. Um, I plan to do it a lot earlier than 8 o'clock or 8:30 Eastern time because I didn't really like think about it all too much. But tomorrow's Monday. Monday's usually the worst day of like the work week. People say. So like for those of you who have to get up early Monday and go to work and all that, yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that for this one. But anyways, besides that, I did want to have these earlier, or I do want to have these earlier going forward, probably around like 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully that works out a lot better for a lot of you. So first off, I do want to say the past like 2 months, like specifically on YouTube, have been my best 2 months that I've had on this channel. So really, thank you guys so much for like the support over the past 2 months. It's been crazy, like the amount of love with this new season and the amount of support. It's just been great. It's been great as of late. The past 2 months especially. So, and I know at that one point we were going back and forth between what I was doing on the channel, like whether I wanted to do highlights or like full length reactions again with the timer and the subtitles and all that. Again, and we ended up going back to the old format. So that was kind of like a weird time, but you guys stuck through me with that time, and still these past 2 months have just been tremendous. So thank you guys for that, and also hello to everyone coming in to the stream. Leandro Pimer, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Nick's always here usually. Um, what's going on, everyone? So yeah, going forward, like I put out a post on like Patreon and all that. Like this is like one of my favorite times of the month. Thanksgiving just passed. Like even if you don't celebrate it, like this is like at least for me, it's like with Thanksgiving, with Christmas in December, and then my birthday in January. This is like one of my favorite times of the year. Honestly, I spend a lot of time with family, a lot of time with friends. A lot of my cousins and friends are coming back from college, and I meet up with them and reconnect with a lot of them. So this is always a really good time of the year for me. Also with YouTube, I mean we'll be transitioning into the next season of anime for the winter season, the tail end of the fall season, obviously. Uh, so yeah, it's a great time right now. Divine Wine, what's going on? King Drago, No for Nothing, what's going on? What's going on? So we're gonna get kind of the like updates and all that out of the way first, and then I'm actually in a Discord call right now with Professor Anime and Blade. I think they're still in there. So yeah, you guys will hear them in a little bit. So Kaga, how's it going, Kaga? Everyone, how's it going? Uh, so yeah, besides that, I did want to tell you guys, because I know I have a good amount of Index Railgun fans on the channel. I actually have caught up to Railgun. That is something that I've been watching on the side. I caught up to Railgun, so I'll be covering season 3. Love Railgun, especially the Sisters arc. I've been going crazy about it on Twitter. It's really good. It was really really good, and I'm happy to be caught up. So we'll have Railgun Season 3 2019 and the Accelerator anime as well in 2019. So I'm really really excited for those two. Also, we're continuing on. Almost done with Real Life, so that's one. Kaji, I'm almost done with season 1, and then um, Dead Man Wonderland, we're almost like halfway through it. So there's gonna be another series coming, maybe another series or two coming to the channel soon. I'm gonna be having another poll coming as well, so look out for that. Been working on life right now. Hey, I feel you on that for real. Honestly, like I'm still trying to figure out a little bit of what I want to do as well. I mean, I wanted to react to Railgun honestly, but here's what really triggered me. It wasn't. This was before the season 3 announcement of Railgun, I believe. Like when they showed the group item in Index, and I didn't know who the hell they were, and people were like, "Oh, they're from Railgun." That's when I instantly started Railgun. That's when I instantly started Railgun. Um, so yeah, that's how that happened. But yeah, I mean, I could have done reaction to it, but like it would have took me so much longer to watch it. So I like literally binged it on my own time. I finished season 1 of Railgun in 3 days. Like if I was reacting to it, I would have been able to finish it that quickly. And I just finished season 2 actually last night. So yeah, I mean, I wish I could have, but I'll be able to react to season 3 now. Yeah, the winter, yeah, like I said, like, this transition, this, the tail end of the fall season going into the winter season is usually like an awesome time. And the winter is definitely looking very, very awesome with Mob. I'm really excited for Mob, Mob season 2, Promise Neverland, of course, Data Live season 3. I want to try and rewatch Data Live before I want to rewatch it again before season 3 gets here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it, but I do want to do that. Um, so yeah, there's that. I talked about the series that we have going on right now. There's going to be a new series coming soon. I'm going to have a vote up for that. Quick Patreon kind of plug or update on that because we are making some changes. My whole Patreon thing was just really unreasonable. I'm gonna be honest. It was like $10 a month, I think, for full length reactions, and then $5 a month for early access. And I looked at some other creators, um, and just thought about it. Like $10 a month, that's kind of like really unreasonable, a ripoff, if I was to be honest, with you all, and especially because I haven't been doing as many early access reactions as I would have liked to. I did have some on there, but I really want to get more onto that, like recording like 2 episode reactions at a time, and then having one out on YouTube, and then at the same time the early access going up for the next episode. That's when I want to start doing, like sitting down recording 2 episode reactions at a time. But I'm actually combining the early access and full length reactions into one tier, and it's only going to be $5 a month. So that was something that I see a lot of other creators do as well, and it just separating them in general and it being a $5 gap, $5 at $10, it was just kind of stupid of me. And it's been a long time coming for me to make that change, but I have made that change. So we have the $1 tier, which is staying the same, which you can vote on the polls and you can also get in the Discord. And then there's the $5 one, which is early access and full length reactions now, like uncut with the audio footage, because I know a lot of you guys love that. So that's what's going on right now. If you guys are interested in that, the link is down in the description. This will be the only time I mention Patreon, unless you guys have questions about it. So yeah, the $1, $5, and then the $20, which I used to do this. Like if you guys if you wanted me to watch a show or cover a show on the channel, you could do it through Patreon. I used to do that like a while ago, and I'm bringing that back now with the Elite tier because I wasn't really fulfilling the rewards for the $20 Elite tier, and with this change I'll be able to fulfill that way easier. So there's that. And so yeah, that's kind of the changes I've made to Patreon going into the new year, into like the holiday season and all of that. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening with the Patreon. So once again, and for the last time, if you guys are interested in that in any way, shape, or form, you want more information, just head over to the Patreon page. It's linked down below. So yeah, I think that's really all I wanted to talk about. So now I'm going to be going back to the Discord, and you guys can ask questions to Professor Anime, Blade if you want, me, whatever. We're just going to be chilling, having a good time. And yeah, so let me get in here. Hello, guys. Yo, Miles, I can hear you through.
Okay, I'll turn off my... All right, what's up?
All right, so... You say hello. Say hello first off.
Hey!
I want to make sure they can hear you.
What's going on, everyone?
So yeah, we got Professor Anime and Blade, the Annie Brigade. You can't see them, but we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Allie, actually, yeah, you'll be able to give another series. I think it's gonna be this, like, say since I finished Zarigato, like say if I finish the series you wanted me to watch or cover, then you can request another one, and then it just gets added to the list. So that's how that's going to work.
Bye bye.
I don't know.
No, I'm gonna be like if I'm answering a question, sometimes I'm probably gonna like mute myself, I guess.
Oh.
Well, I guess I don't have to do that.
What?
But
You left.
No.
Left.
I was answering a question, but I didn't want to like talk over you guys. But I guess I can just answer it in here because you guys don't really like care.
Yeah, no. We're fine.
Okay. Well, you guys care, but you don't like. Yeah, that's what
we get what you mean, man. You don't have to say anything, okay? We get it.
Dude, you're fine, man. You're fine.
Oh, Neko, like it's not like it's not like a mandatory thing. Like I'm telling you guys, like, oh, you have to come to the Patreon, come to the Patreon. It's only for people who are really like, interested or,
Or have money. This day and age, not a lot of that.
Yo, Yuki, what is going on?
Yep, hello, Yuki, Usama, Nick, all the people said I love me. I could actually say that. Man. Hello. I'm sorry I sound kind of nasally because I'm sick still.
AZ, to answer your question, how do you join the Discord? I used to have the Discord where it was open to everyone, but like we had like over 100 people in the Discord, and there was maybe like 5 people who talked, like 10 people who talked. So like what I'm doing now is I'm doing it all through Patreon. It's combined like with the being able to vote on polls, and then the like talking in the Discord whole thing. It's only like $1 a month, but I like pretty much want the Discord to be as active as it can be, instead of having over 100 people in there and nobody's like interacting or talking, because that's kind of the point of a Discord, so
what? That's crazy
like I just want people to be pretty much as active as possible. It's also not even just the Discord thing, but whenever I post a reaction poll, you'll be able to vote on those, which I'm going to be having another one coming up here soon. So MHA season 4 actually got confirmed for the spring season of 2019. At least that was the last news I heard on it, unless it got like changed or something. I don't think it's anywhere. It hasn't been updated. I know you guys are saying that there's been no release date, but Yanko Productions actually said, which he's been wrong sometimes. but
wow.
He did say MHA season 4 spring 2019. So take that for what you will. It hasn't been like officially confirmed from like Bones or anywhere else, but Yanko did say spring 2019, but take that with like a grain of salt. Because remember the whole thing with One Punch Man? One Punch Man season 2, 2020, and it's coming in the spring season of 2019.
Well,
dude,
that's
a couple weeks ago, Yanko was blue balling everyone with like Baccano.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So
I was like, why are you doing this to me, man?
What is my favorite anime of this season? Oh, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really loving Slime. I'm really like if we're not talking sequels, because if we're talking sequels,
I called you those one time. Called it.
If we're talking sequels included, I would say like probably JoJo. Honestly, JoJo would be my pick out of all the sequels. But if we're talking like no sequels or anything like that, I would have to say probably Slime is it's probably between Slime and Goblin Slayer, but I'm really enjoying I'm really liking Bloom Into You as well. Like I wish Bloom Into You like got a lot more love. I think it deserves a lot more love, honestly. Like but Tensura, the Slime one, or Goblin Slayer would probably be, and Bunny Girl. Bunny Girl is up there too. Yeah, how could I forget Bunny Girl? It's between those three.
Bunny Girl.
Yeah.
I need to start Bunny Girl.
I've only seen like the first episode, to be honest with you.
I don't want the single one yet. I want to. You're wrong. Okay,
I've really been watching much this season.
I'm only watching
JoJo,
like
Goblin Slayer, Tensura, and there's like one more.
Are you watching Sword Art?
I'm watching Sword Art. I am on episode 5, so I'm so behind.
Okay. Let me see.
I just finished like the Goblin.
I have a question. What if I put a request for a reaction, but it's a series you've already seen? Yeah, well, we would just discuss pretty much like um another series that I haven't watched. Maybe that's one of your favorites. That it would be more so like we personally would talk like about the length of the series and if it's like a series I know that really isn't up my alley, then we'll have to find an agreement or kind of meet on a series that I feel like would be good for the channel that enough people would be able to get invested to because if it's like a series like say if it was a say if it was a series that aired like in the fall season of 2015 and like barely anybody watched it, like there will be rare cases where like okay maybe I would watch a show like that on the channel, but if it's like say like a Luck and Logic, if you wanted me to watch Luck and Logic, like I'm probably not gonna watch Luck and Logic on the channel. Like honestly, that's just how it's going to be. So it has to be like a series that's kind of relevant. That's how I would think about it, or a series that I've maybe had on my plan to watch for a while and have wanted to watch. Because there are those cases where it'll just like a Zaragato, because Zaragato was always something I wanted to watch and I just didn't follow it seasonally because of how like the episodes came out. It had like the weird schedule. So that one was actually one I really, really liked that Ali recommended, and that was one actually that's doing pretty good on the channel. I was surprised honestly, like I because it's more like a series that like a lot of people haven't heard of or like haven't watched. They've only they more so talk about Monogatari obviously. So
Bakemonogatari, which is one of my favorite shows.
will I ever do a collab with Ken Senpai? I would, yeah, I would definitely do one. I mean, we already have the JoJo podcast coming. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the JoJo podcast, but we've kind of been alternating on the channels. There was one on Ken's channel that I couldn't be on, but we were on together on Mackenzie's channel, Blaze's channel, and I think the next podcast is actually going to be on my channel. So look out for that. Ken will be there, Mackenzie more than likely, and some others as well.
Yes.
What old series would you all rewatch?
Oh, I love Shirley. Phil Knight, that was such a good show.
An old series that I could rewatch at any point is like Cowboy Bebop, Eureka 7. Like those are just like, because Eureka 7's
Yeah.
like 2005, so I mean that's pretty
Hey,
old.
Miles, how did that go when you were watching your?
Oh yeah, let me tell you the story. This
I can rewatch
man, there's how many episodes in Eureka 7? 50?
50.
Yeah, okay, 50. There's 50 episodes in Eureka 7, right? I watch it with my boy Memory because that's how we do. That's how we do. And we get caught up all the way, but like the last like 10 episodes, I believe. The last 10 episodes he drops out on me. And he's like, I've already seen this, man. You just watch the rest. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, so I've come to terms with when it comes to anime, I can't watch it with Memory anymore.
Yeah, Tokyo Magnitude. Are we done with that yet?
I finished Tokyo Magnitude because you guys
were by yourself.
You guys just weren't weren't with it. I don't know.
It wasn't.
Remember that failed experiment with the Otaku A Team? We watched like the first 2 episodes of Tokyo Magnitude.
Oh, the Otaku A Team was.
And then he finishes it by himself.
I don't know. I was hoping we'd watch that for the rest of our lives, man. Like that. We'll be like 40 years old still watching
like Blade said, it's okay. You can. But
yeah.
He watches it without me.
Dude, that show was so.
Dude, what?
Dude, the ending of Tokyo Magnitude was so sad, dude. It was so.
Do people
sad.
die? More people die?
I'm not saying anything, but it's it's sad, dude.
Spoil what I'm asking for. Spoil it.
Yeah, what about Ash?
Oh, dude.
Knows what's
I need to get back on Assassination Classroom, man.
Yes, you do. You haven't finished that?
Yeah, I was like 8 episodes into my reactions or 9 episodes, and then I fell off of it. See, if I was to go back to Assassination Classroom, like I'd want to start from the beginning, but my reactions aren't out there anymore, so people would be like I don't know. It's weird. I mean, if I started from the beginning, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do reactions. Like I don't know. Because I need to get back on Ass Class. But right now, like, my main priorities, I finished Railgun. I'm getting into Chihaya Furu, which I only watched the first episode of Chihaya Furu, but the first episode was awesome. And then after Chihaya I'm watching Ace of Diamond, which baseball is like my second favorite sport behind basketball. So I know I'm gonna love it, most likely. But my friend Travis, um, and Zypher have been shoving it down my throat. Especially Travis, like he just shoves it down my throat, literally. That sounds really wrong, but like, I didn't have to say that 2 or 3 times.
Why?
But
Is he choking? Shove it down my throat.
dude, dude, but you guys get what I mean, okay?
No, I don't, man. Why is he shoving down your throat? What exactly are you talking about?
He just pushes for me to watch it so much, dude. Like,
Oh, he pushes you?
Oh no.
but yeah, that's. But Diamond No Ace, he really wants me to watch, so I'm getting on both of those, Chihaya and Diamond No
Can you
Ace.
promise me one thing, dude? If Hajime no Ippo gets a new season, you are watching it.
I probably will end up watching it, yeah.
Good, because you only watch an anime when it comes out.
But dude, that's just like so like. I mean, Diamond No Ace, I'm gonna have to make a commitment to, but it's mainly like I've always wanted to watch Diamond No Ace, but now that a new season is coming, it just like pushes it up the priority list for me, you know, because it's always been something I wanted to watch because of Travis, because it's like, oh, it's the greatest sports anime of all time, it's better than Haikyuu, like, but Ippo and like Diamond No Ace are like the two, especially because Miles has never, shut up about it.
Dude, it's so good. You don't understand.
So there's Ippo and Diamond No Ace, so those are the two like big sports ones. I'm gonna get to eventually. I've actually been able to watch anime like pretty quickly again on the side, which like I was having such a tough time with that. Like I just go into these like slumps sometimes.
The dude from Megalobox would get bopped by Ippo. Yeah,
He probably
you are
would,
right.
yeah.
You are right. Ippo is legendary. Like, I love Haikyuu, but I would say that Ippo is like my favorite sports anime. To be honest with you, I know a lot of people.
Yeah,
would say
Ali
Haikyuu
said
is
that
like-
Chihaya is like in her top 5 of all time, which I mean, from the first episode, like I'm already kind of hooked on it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was actually surprised how
is
much.
that true? Black Lagoon manga's coming back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Black Lagoon's coming back.
That's fucking amazing.
Yep.
Excuse my language.
And I think the author of Black Lagoon has a new series coming out too.
Can you finish Black Lagoon first? That'd be cool. The more I hate that shit. Like, oh, let me make a new series. Wait, not done yet. Never mind.
Zach, what's going on? Is that Meme Lord Zach?
Yes, that is Godzilla guy. Right?
That is Meme Lord Zach. Oh, Zach has the best memes, man.
Yes.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yuzu.
The Ippo manga is still going, isn't it? Like it's still
Yuzu
going.
Senpai, by the way, I'm catching up on the Ippo manga.
It's still going,
Nice.
right?
Yeah, Ippo's still going.
That's
Dude,
crazy,
that
dude.
series
Because
has
how
over
long has it
1,000
been going now? Like 20, 30 years? Right?
Yeah, 25, I think.
Oh my
25-ish.
gosh.
Something like that. Yeah, it's been going on. It has over 1,000 chapters, and I think like the series. This is what I don't understand about it. I don't know why, but like the series has over 1,000 chapters, and the anime has pretty much, if we're counting in all the seasons that have been adapted, it's around 500 chapters that have been adapted. They can still add on another 500 chapters
Wow.
to adapt with brand new seasons, and they haven't came out with anything yet. I'm really sad.
Makes me sad.
No, for nothing. Have a great night. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm
Have
gonna
a great
bail on
night.
you guys, unfortunately, too, a little while. You know,
Oh wow.
I have to. Man. I gotta
I
work
know.
tomorrow.
It's okay.
But yes, Usama, you are doing God's work with reading that. I don't even think I could read all that, to be honest with you. But
Something I did want to say about Chihaya Furu is like the first episode like remind me of the whole Death Note thing when Light takes the potato chip, like when they're like swiping at the cards on the ground. That's dude, it reminded me of it so much. Like I instantly thought of Death Note. Like I think his name was Arata, the kid with the glasses who's getting like bullied and all that. Like he when he swipes at the card, I was like, that's like Death Note. that was like Death Note. Like literally reminded me of the potato chip scene.
I'm taking a chip and eating it.
I think I was like dropping some
Yo,
frames right there.
yo, Blade,
What's
while
up?
we're on stream, we gotta congratulate our brother Memory for 1,200 subs, man.
Thank you.
Hey!
Thank
1,200
you.
subs, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hey!
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. uh
Now
Neko
get more
Neko says
explicit.
let's speak about Radiant. Uh I dropped Radiant. Yeah. I mean, like 8 episodes I watched, I think, or 7. It's just so bland to me. I don't know. I don't
It was
people were talking about it being like, oh, the next like big shonen and all that. I was like, okay, like I'm gonna give it a shot, but
good work.
it's just really bland to me, and it's just like I don't know, I just I can't get into it.
What is Radiant?
Yeah, Radiant. I mean, like I've heard after this first part in the story, like it gets really good. Apparently, like that's what manga readers are saying. Um, but but yeah, 8 episodes in, I'm pretty sure that's a good like judgment of for me on the series, and I tried. I gave it more episodes than I was going to give it originally. Like when I was 3 or 4 episodes in, like I mean it was okay at the start, but it was just it. I don't know.
Like, is it difficult to grasp the story because like it's different? It's made by a French manga artist, or is
bro.
it because
It
the
literally
story is
has
very generic?
your normal like shonen setup.
Tropes.
Yeah.
I'm so weak, but I'll get stronger eventually.
so it
Yeah,
just takes a lot
battle
of inspiration.
stronger. Yeah, friendship.
It's generic, so
Friendship.
basically Black Clover. No.
My supervisor at work wants me to watch
Was the
Black Clover,
was
so I bought
the
the first.
was the One Piece crew built? Neko, I get what you're saying. I know like some of these shonen take a lot of time to get into, like
Some.
well,
Let's be for real. All of them.
like
We
so
talking
yeah.
about
I mean,
some.
8 episodes in the whole grand scheme of things, might not be like me giving it a fair enough chance, but I think it's only going to be like 21 episodes, right? Um,
Well,
I don't know. There's probably going to be more coming in the future, but like I don't know. It's just tough for me to watch. It's tough for me to watch. Jello Jelly, I didn't even see you in here. Oh yeah, you said something just a minute or so ago. What's up? What's going on?
That's an awesome name, Jelly.
Glad to see you here. Yeah, I dropped Black Clover. Like say the same thing happened with Black Clover. I dropped Black Clover at like 10, episode 10, I think, or 11. And now, like, apparently it's getting really good, so I'm just like, shit. Because now I'm like 40 episodes or 50 episodes behind, so.
you just joined.
I think Blake joined. I think I dropped it around like 16 episodes in. It was.
Oh my, Blake, I'm streaming right now. So.
You're streaming?
Yeah. Not this again.
What are you streaming?
Dude, you sound like you're ordering from McDonald's, man.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
I'll take a number one.
I'll take some chicken with nuggets.
What are you streaming?
Yeah.
We're just chilling. We're just chilling, pretty much.
Wait, are you actually streaming?
Yeah, I
Yes.
am.
Oh, what the fuck?
Everyone can hear you right now, brother.
Everyone can hear you, man.
Hey guys, it's your boy.
Piano artist.
Yeah, I remember me from 2 years ago. All right, I'll be on, I'll be on soon. Sorry.
Right.
But as I was saying, I think I dropped it like around 16 episodes in. It was when they were like in the crystal dungeon or whatever with Lucky, and then Lucky goes berserk.
Wait, are you talking about Black Clover?
Yeah, Black Clover.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you made it farther.
That's right.
You made it more into it than I did.
Spoiler.
I did. It was like episode 14 or 16. Somewhere I dropped it.
Oh, Christian, how's it going, man? Good to see you here as well. Is that? I'm the bone of my AMVs. That's Cookie,
I am the
right?
bone of
Cookie
my
in the
blade.
Discord, I think. Or am I tripping? Or that
I
was
have made
yeah, Cookie.
many
Yeah,
weapons.
Cookie. That's Cookie of Doom. I
I,
think that's you.
I, I still love archery so much for that. Good. I am the bone of my blade. Yeah, this is my blood.
Where's the source for that, Nick? Imagine in 2020, Hunter x Hunter is coming, the anime. Where's the source for that?
No, he's saying imagine.
Uh,
Like just imagine if it
no,
does.
just if it did come. Oh, if it
Yeah.
did come. Okay, I read that wrong. My bad.
You get it.
My bad. I think he's secretly telling me get on Hunter. Hi guy.
Wait, are you not Cookie of Doom? Or are you trolling me? I swear I thought that was you. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I thought that was you. I think you're trolling me.
Wow.
I honestly think you're trolling me.
King Drago, like, I understand that it gets better around episode 20, but a show has to keep me interested within the first like few episodes. You know, I'm not gonna watch,
What's the
100
first couple
episodes of One
episodes?
Piece only to, see it get good around episode 150. You know?
You're not a true anime viewer.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
you
just,
gotta
I mean,
watch the
eventually
first 50
I might give it a
episodes.
chance later on, but I have no pick it back up, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was wrong. I forgot what Cookie's YouTube
Name, username.
Shirose. Okay, yeah, I follow you on Twitter. Okay, sorry about that. I had your names mixed up. I don't even know what Cookie's YouTube user is. Well, sorry about that. Happy to have you here though. Regardless, thank you for joining us. We're having a grand old time here. So,
All right.
Blake.
Oh.
Blake
What?
is here. Just
I'm
just
here.
letting you guys know, Blake, this guy in here who was just shouting over the microphone. Uh,
Like he's Burger King.
I met him in Anime Expo actually. So
Yeah.
and we're gonna be going again 2019.
Yeah.
He's regretted it since.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He's like, shit, I fucked up.
I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I know I forgot. I forgot. Sorry. I'm not used to your YouTube username though. Like I didn't remember what Cookie's YouTube username was.
Yeah, I give him credit. Everybody has a different name on YouTube, Twitter, and other social media nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it the same, or else we forget. Ooh, who's that?
What
Yeah, I'm playing a game. Game
the?
of
Oh.
Favorite show of
Give me-
2018 at the
Okay.
moment. Of all of 2018. That's so hard, dude. If I had to pick one.
I would pick Ralph Breaks the Internet.
It's top 5, but not my favorite.
I would
okay.
probably say
five.
like I don't want to say anything from this season yet because it's not over, you know. But I really like The Place Further Than the Universe, honestly.
Oh, that's a great show.
yeah, like
That was awesome,
that
man.
that
That show's
one that
awesome.
one is like top 3 for me. Like,
Yeah.
I might even say like number 1, but I really want to wait until these shows are over. But Slime is a contender up there as well.
Yeah.
Like Slime's up there. I want to say March comes in like a line season 2 because the tail end of the second season carried into 2018. But
Oh, I completely forgot.
yeah, I know it's dude.
It feels
it's-
so long.
I know. Isn't it crazy that Devilman Crybaby
Yeah.
aired at the beginning of this year?
And
Yeah.
and
Isn't that
March comes in,
mind-blowing?
like, Lion season 2. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's
I
just,
feel like we watched Devilman 2 years ago.
I know. It feels like it was like a millennium ago. But yeah, like I would say March because March was definitely my favorite show of 2017, I would say.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of like, well, Made in Abyss. I would still probably say March, but March like carried over into the winter season of 2018. So yeah, Jello Jelly, you have to watch A Place Further Than the Universe. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, you definitely have to watch A Place Further Than the Universe. Like 100%. Like, but I also think of like favorite shows of the year. Violet Evergarden.
I still need to watch that.
You haven't
Yeah,
seen it?
Violet
Yeah, Violet
Evergarden.
I watched the OVA. I haven't seen that yet. That was great.
Hero Aka season 3. Just I mean that shit with All Might and All for One.
Love is like an otaku. It's hard to love an otaku.
Wotakoi,
was
yeah.
great.
I
Yeah,
loved
it's just
Wotakoi.
I think honestly, probably one of the best contenders for
Well,
like
like
the,
the
the
ranking
year
artist,
in
yeah.
general. One of the best contenders for the year in general is probably Island.
Stop.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. With
Yeah,
its firm grasp and storytelling.
Firmly grasp it.
Dude, I love that show.
Dude, Blake loved this show.
Loved it.
Best show ever.
This man really just said Island, dude. I'm just mind blown.
Did you finish it, Miles?
Island?
This man
Yeah.
said Island.
To be honest, I don't even remember.
Dude, the ending was insane. I actually don't want to say it.
Oh, hold up. I just noticed that poster you have memory. That's
What poster? Colin?
Colin.
Oh yeah, my chair blocks her ass.
Yo,
Isn't that
like,
great?
It is terrible.
I should. Oh man.
Christ. All right, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen,
Nope.
I have to.
Better not. You
Fine,
can't
I'll just
believe
replace you with
memories
Jenny.
happen.
I'll
man.
tell her to get up.
What was that?
I said I'm gonna replace you with Jenny.
All right, well, she wants to go ahead, dude.
Oh wait, no, I banned her
For what?
You did, that's right.
for misconduct.
No, I
But it's
unbanned her.
fun.
I
Thank you
unbanned
for
her.
having me, guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
Bye,
Oh
bye,
Blade,
everyone.
you're rolling out.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta take
Alright.
a shower and go to sleep.
See you, Blade.
Wow, a long day ahead of me tomorrow,
Alright.
unfortunately.
See you in an hour.
Bye, bye, folks.
Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Peace.
Thanks.
Going, Cameron.
Golden Conway, yeah, you. I mean, I put Golden Conway up there. I would.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably top 10.
what else? I mean, I liked Hina Matsuri. Hina Matsuri was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Grand Blue, yeah, Allie, definitely Grand Blue is in there.
How would you rank the seasons of anime this year? I'd probably say the
Um,
last season was probably the weakest. out
Yeah,
of the
Summer's
year,
number 4. I know that.
in my personal opinion. That
I
is.
agree. Summer's always the weakest.
Yeah.
What did we have in the summer? Like Grand Blue, right?
We had Graham.
We had a few we had like a handful of good.
No, we had
shows,
good
but,
shows.
Like,
We had Grand Blue. We had
Banana
that
Fish.
interesting. We had
Banana
Island.
Fish started. Yeah, Banana Fish is good.
Attack on Titan, Overlord.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's bad. There's gonna.
But there was maybe
Well,
like,
like,
yeah, I get
summer-
what you're saying. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, the summer season was mainly based upon like sequels and all that. That's what made it tolerable. But like if we're talking about like new content, new anime, like the summer season is definitely the weakest.
I would say
Spring was-
I would say
spring was
fall. I would say fall number 1, spring number 2,
Fall for 2018.
winter. Yeah, fall 2018 number 1,
Yeah.
spring 2018 number 2, winter number 3, and then
What
summer
even
number
came out
4.
more?
I think winter was like Violet, Place Further Than the Universe,
Oh,
Darling.
yeah.
Which, you know, I want to say Darling in the Franxx for like one of my like best of the year, but dude,
I
like
don't.
those last like 4 or 5 episodes, whatever it was, man. Like
Fell
it's
off.
hard. It's hard to put it up there, you know? Like
Dude. Wait, no,
but
sorry.
like for me, like episodes 1 to like what was it? 18 or 17 or something like that of Darling in the Franxx. I forget exactly where it was, but it's just hard for me to put it up there. But I mean, Darling would probably be in my like top 10 of this year, top 15.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to
Because
sort.
up
Dude,
until like episode, I don't know, 18, I forget at what point it was where it just started getting like kind of like sketchy for me.
yeah, it did get sketchy.
Cause dude, I loved it. I loved it so much, dude. And then like the last few episodes is just like,
Yeah.
Megalobox also too. I mean, Megalobox is good, but the ending, the last, I don't know, the last part of it, the last stretch was, I don't know.
Eh. Dude, I forgot Overlord 2 came out in 2018 also.
Yeah.
That's weird. That feels like a
That
long
feels
time
like
ago.
so long ago as well.
Dude, whoa, this is weird.
Winter
2018
Winter
a
was
long
too
year.
hyped to be number 3, but I mean, like, look what did you have in spring? In the spring, you had Hero Aka season 3, you
Yeah.
had Steins Gate 0, you had that new season of Food Wars, you had Gun Gale Online, Wotakoi, Hina Matsuri, Megalobox, Tada-kun, High School DxD, Golden Kamui. You had all those in the spring. Like I say that beats
Sword
out the
Art,
winter.
yeah.
I say that beats out the winter. And the spring and the fall are
Steins
kind of
Gate,
like
yeah.
the spring and the fall are kind of like neck and neck for me. I mean, but the winter was good too. The winter was like really
I'll be right
good.
back.
Like this whole year of anime has been fucking awesome, yo. That's why it's so hard for me to pick like one solid one for my favorite, because like I can't just mention one without mentioning the others. Like, Tada-kun is just criminally underrated. Criminally. I wish more people would have watched Tada-kun.
You seen Shingeki no Bahamut, right, Memory?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a new season coming out in winter.
Oh yeah, the Minaria Friends or whatever. Like
Yeah.
finally, that thing was supposed to come out in 2016,
Yeah,
and now it's finally coming out.
dude, the thing that I'm really looking forward to is probably whatchamacallit,
Rising of the Shield Hero?
Rising of the Shield Hero.
Mhm.
Yep.
What did I think of the King's Avatar OVA? You know me with the King's Avatar. Oh boy. I love what they did with the All-Star tournament though, and getting like some shine on the other characters rather than the main character. I really did like that. It wasn't all centered. It kind of spread the shine to a lot of the other characters. And I think we have season 2 of King's Avatar coming in 2019 actually, or 2020. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. Yeah, Tada-kun was so. Oh, I love Tada-kun so much. Honestly like, Tada-kun and Wotakoi are like close for me. Like they're like kind of neck and neck if I had to compare the two of them. Like I love both of them, quite a bit for like romances. The thing I really liked about Wotakoi though is it was like they were like out of high school. They're like older, so they can go out and drink, they can go out and party and all that. Tada-kun had like the high school students and all that, but still, like what Tada-kun did was awesome. Like for me, it's one of those in the high school settings, that we see so much. You guys know, but it did stand out, compared to a lot of the other ones. So there, Tada-kun, Wotakoi. I love those two. How not to summon a Demon Lord. Yeah, Demon Lord was a lot of fun. Demon Lord was a lot of fun. It really was. Yuna in the Haunted Hot Springs. I actually just watched the first 2 episodes of Yuna in the Haunted Hot Springs because the Blu-rays finally came out. So I watched the first 2 episodes uncensored.
Oh, Yuna?
Is the Promised Neverland coming out next season?
Yep.
Oh, well.
Yep.
There we
And
go.
then we got Kimetsu no Yaiba in the spring. The spring is looking crazy, man. Like, if that rumor about My Hero Academia season 4 being in the spring, we're gonna have Attack on Titan, the return to Shigan Shina. We're gonna have that arc in the spring. We'll have MHA. We'll have One Punch Man. We'll have Kimetsu no Yaiba. We'll have, I think, Carol and Tuesday, which is Shinichiro Watanabe's series, which got grabbed by Netflix. Figures.
Yes.
Which is just great.
Which is just great.
Chihaya Furu season 3. We Never Learn. We never. Yeah, there's a bunch in the spring already. I think there's like a new baseball show coming out too in the spring. It's called like Mix or something. It's like an older
Never
manga.
heard of it.
Oh, will you guys be watching Flying Baby?
Flying what?
Flying Babies.
No.
It's an original anime that will center around a group of young girls and their struggle as they hula girl.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
What is it called?
All I
It's
heard
called,
was
it's
hula.
called Flying Babies.
Flying Babies.
Yeah, no, Flying Babies. Here, I'll
Girly
put it in
Air
the
Force.
Discord.
I know
Here,
there's that
I
one.
just put in the Discord. Flying Babies. It's supposed to be coming out winter. Somewhere in winter.
Oh, is this from
possibly.
Gynax? Or
Wait,
Gyna?
what?
Or Gyna, it's Gyna.
I don't know about this one, man. I mean,
I
what?
just thought I would show you, man.
Are you gonna watch it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah. Ali has Kaguya-sama and Boogie Pop for the winter. Those are gonna be ones to definitely look out for, especially Boogie Pop, because Boogie Pop has Shingo Natsumi and all of his buddies on it. Shingo Natsumi's like one of the best freaking directors, and the talent that he brings in and has around him.
Sucks.
No. And
Yeah,
Shield
Code
Hero,
Geass movies
Data
are
Live.
something.
Yeah, winter is gonna be awesome.
Oh, I forgot
Kakeguru,
about Shield Hero.
Kakeguru, like
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
yeah, yep.
I'll be
What
right back,
Netflix
fam.
has
I'm gonna
it?
go get me some Oreos.
Wow, Oreos.
Yeah, because
I just
you know,
downed an apple pie.
I'm very original.
They showed the I think they showed the first episode of The Promised Neverland yesterday at that special Jump Anime
They
Fest
did.
or
And
whatever.
apparently it made kids scared. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Which is good.
yeah, I guess that makes sense how it would scare kids. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good sign.
yeah.
I'm excited. I just want to know how many episodes. Was it already confirmed to have 13? Or...
I think it's 12 or 13, yeah. Maybe 11. Cuz it's on the one block in Japan that's usually like one course shows. And
I
then
just
there's
hope they could fit
and
it
then
all.
there's another show that's going to be on that block that's airing in the spring, so that pretty much confirms it's going to be one quarter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Be careful about
Uh,
trying We Never Learn. I'm just gonna try We Never Learn because harems nowadays are like tough to come across, at least good ones, and I've heard like semi decent things about We Never Learn, so I'm gonna be watching it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to bring that up with the Promised Neverland. That's thank goodness you reminded me about Overworld. Yeah, Overworld on the OP. Like, how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel Overworld fits Promised Neverland? I don't really. Unless they have some kind of unique song. I don't
Yeah.
like they just if you think of like Blue Exorcist, like those like openings and then the My Hero one, like I just don't like with the kind of show that I've heard.
Swear.
Like if you just think about the like from what I've heard, the kind of show that A Promised Neverland is, which I did read the first 4 chapters a while ago and I got striked on it. So yeah, I stopped reading it, and I was just like, "Oh, the anime got it out, so I'm just gonna wait for the anime." So I honestly forgot what happened the first 4 episodes, or 4 chapters, excuse me. But yeah, Overworld, just the kind of series that I've heard A Promised Neverland is like. I just don't really think Overworld fits. I was thinking more along the lines of what is that one
gotta get
band?
some Oreos.
Amazurashi.
Oh, they did.
They did
They
the
also did a My
yeah,
Hero.
yeah, they
did
did
Tokyo
the
Ghoul.
yeah, and they do the Tokyo Ghoul ED and the Rampo
Yeah.
Kitan. I was thinking
Yeah.
more like they would fit the style of Neverland. From what
Mhm.
I've heard, like their songs definitely have that more like, especially I remember when I first heard them through Rampo Kitan, Game of La Place, and that song like was kind of creepy to me. Like it was like, especially with the visuals. So like that's was like I was thinking, okay, they kind of fit Neverland, but
Lucky my ideas with me. Sorry.
All right,
but I
Jello
was-
Jelly. I hope you enjoy Place Further Than the Universe. It's a great series. I have no doubt, honestly, that you'll love it. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you being here. Have a great night. Oh, Keith, I didn't even
Jello
see you
Jelly.
here. Keith,
see
what's
you
going
later.
on, man? I think you've been
Have
you've
a
been
good
chatting
one.
here for a bit. Sorry, the chat's kind of been going a little quick. But Keith, how's it going? Overworld is a flexible band. I think they can style or like change their style or fit their style to the anime. I mean, I think either way I'm going to like the song, but I'm just interested to see like how it's going to like with the visuals how it's going to be. Trinity 7 season 2 and second movie coming in 2019. Oh, Trinity
Wait,
7.
what?
Trinity 7 season 2? Really?
I don't like Trinity 7.
What? Hold up,
Wait,
bro.
when was this announced?
I was a movie? I thought a movie was announced. I never saw anything about a season 2.
I didn't see
I just thought
anything for
another
season
movie was
2.
announced. I still gotta watch that movie, by the way. I think just a second movie got announced, Nick, unless I'm wrong. And I don't know. Shina Mashiro, hi, how's it going? From the Philippines. Wow. It
I
must
live
be
there.
really early, right? Or really early where or late wherever you are. But thank you. Thank you so much for coming by the stream. I appreciate you being here. The Emoto anime this season is anime of the year. Caster, come on, man. Come on now. I know you're probably liking that shit though.
Yes.
I can't wait for Jump Festa next month. 10
Jump
a.m.
Festa's
to be
gonna
exact
have a
here,
lot
so
of
it's not like super like early. That's actually not that bad. But I hope you're having a good morning. 10 a.m. Just probably waking up maybe. Let's see. All right, Usama. Hey, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I know you got to get your sleep. Go get your sleep.
The Emoto anime this season is anime of the year. I agree. Do you agree with that, Memory?
Wait, what?
I said, well, Caster said the Emoto anime this season is anime of the year, and I said I agree.
Oh, I already touched on that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I don't know what Caster's saying, man. I was just messing. I think there's a slime episode this week. I saw like preview images on my timeline from it.
Is it supposed to be delayed or something?
No, I don't think it's delayed. It doesn't come out for another it doesn't come out for another like 12 hours, 13 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if
Usama.
they take like maybe a break in between like episode 12 and
Course.
13, yeah, or whatever.
Be right back.
Oh, it's early for you too, Keith. Yeah. You guys are just waking up.
So, while Memory has a Pokemon shirt on, he's not gonna get Let's Go Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm not getting Let's Go. I'm waiting for
Can you guys believe that?
I'm waiting for next year's game. I'm waiting for next year's game, the new gen. And then hopefully we'll have two good Pokemon games, back to back with this next gen game, and then we have Diamond and Pearl remake. That's what I'm hoping for.
Dude, they're gonna have a Let's Go Johto version, dude.
That's what I've heard.
If they do, I'm gonna buy that.
Dude, what if they just do like like from every year from now on, it's just, well, I think the next game is gonna be like the next gen or whatever. But like the next generation. But what if they like go literally all the way through the regions? Like Let's Go Johto, Let's Go Hoenn, Let's Go Sinnoh. Like what if they go through all of them?
I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, I mean that would be a good like kind of like strategy, like
Yeah.
going forward to plan out those many like games.
Yeah, and the Let's Go games did really well. I wouldn't doubt it if they were to do that. They sold a lot.
Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu is honestly just an experiment to see how Pokemon works on the Switch. Yeah, that's like my brother has the game and that's what he's been saying. Like it's just like kind of like an experiment. They're kind of like testing the waters with it.
I'm not gonna lie, dude, but yo, where's Blake at? I need Blake to pick me up.
Are you guys gonna
Blake.
say something about Detective Pikachu?
Yes.
Wait, we're gonna talk about Pikachu?
Yes. Please, all right, chat. Please convince this man Memory to watch Detective Pikachu.
I'm gonna watch it, but
Dude,
I'm just
it's gonna be
saying
good.
it looks like crap. It looks
No,
freaky.
It does not.
Dude,
Dude.
it doesn't look like crap, man.
The only freaky one is Mr. Mime, but that's on
Yeah,
purpose.
the only freaking was missing.
I just don't. I think I'll go there and I'll just laugh my ass off because of how bad it
Dude,
is or how offsetting it is.
I heard your brother the other day go like, I can't believe what they did to Charizard. They made him scaly. And I'm like, it's a fucking dragon. Of course he's gonna be scaly.
Espada from Germany. Yeah, it must be really, really late where you are. Yeah, go to bed. Definitely go to bed. You should probably get some sleep. Honestly.
Get out of the stream.
No. I mean, I'm looking out for. What time is it in Germany right now? It's probably like 3 or 4 in the morning or something.
They're 1 week ahead, so let's see.
That's probably really late. I mean, 3:26 a.m. That's really late. Like, thank you for coming by like that late. Honestly, but I might want to get some sleep.
I'm the bone of my AMV, so Detective Pikachu looks great. Don't at me. Hell yeah.
All right, Keith. Have a great morning. Have a great
Tell him,
morning. Have a
Caster.
great class. Yeah, Charizard isn't a dragon. Charizard's a lizard, right? Is Charizard
No,
a
he's
lizard?
Dude,
He's
don't
a
even start with me, man.
Yeah, Jigglypuff and Mr. Mime look the weirdest in the Detective Pikachu thing, in my opinion.
Nah, man, you don't.
Dude,
you don't
my
know.
brother's sleeping right now. I swear he's gonna like wake up and
He's
like
gonna
run
wake
down
up.
here. He's gonna run down here and be like, What did you just say?"
He's gonna be like, shut off the lights.
Nathan! Nathan, I'm turning off the light.
I'm turning off the lights.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his actual. I think Professor Anime was talking about like him actually being a dragon, not like his type, not his type, but actually like what he like would be, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
wait, what? Water?
no, because he's a fire and flying type, but I think Miles is more so talking like he's actually like a dragon, not like his actual type, but
Like I'm talking about his overall like
his
appearance,
yeah,
his
like
final evolution.
yeah. Like if you had to compare him to like an animal,
He's supposed to
or-
be scaly if he was put in real life,
Yes.
basically. So scales. I think they look good.
Charmander is essentially a salamander. So, yes.
Salamander or salamander?
Salamander.
Salamander.
Yes.
No.
Speaking about Pokemon, I can't believe the designs they make these days where like a Pokemon is like a keychain now or something.
I love it, dude.
They had this cotton candy one, I believe.
Yeah, dude. They're just
I'm
gonna
like,
be based
come on,
off
they're running
foods
out of
now,
ideas.
inanimate objects.
That's what I'm hoping with this new mainline Pokemon game.
What's
They're
your
gonna bring back, like,
guys' favorite?
good designs?
What's your guys' favorite Pokemon if you had to pick one?
Let me think about that.
No legendaries too. Can't pick a legendary.
Oh, wait, favorite Pokemon or a Pokemon game?
No, just favorite Pokemon, like overall, not game, just one Pokemon if you had to pick. No legendaries. Mine would be Salamence. Salamence is mine. It's between Salamence and Dragonite. It's between those two, but if I had to pick
Dude, I
between
don't
those, I
know.
would say Salamence. Because Dragon
think-
type's my favorite.
Mine's probably gonna be very like
Basic.
typical, but it's probably Charizard to be honest.
Wow, you freaking
Yeah.
pleb.
I mean,
No, I'm
like
kidding.
Charizard. I'm always rolling.
Charizard's the
with,
first
like,
starter
Charizard, to be
I
honest,
had. Charmander, my first Pokemon game.
Totodile.
Totodile.
Yeah.
We got Eevee, Frostlass. Frostlass, wow. I'm kind of surprised by that, Allie, really? Frostlass is Sinnoh, right? Gallade is dope. Cubone, Pidgeot, Infernape, Arcanine, Cyndaquil.
Actually, though, it's actually a tie.
Chimchar.
It's a tie between Charizard and Typhlosion. Typhlosion is fucking dope.
Yeah, Gallade is awesome. Dude, I loved Gallade.
Jinx.
The evolution of Cyndaquil.
Favorite region? Mine's probably between Hoenn and Sinnoh. It would be between those two, honestly. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. You started with Sinnoh and you. Oh, okay. Yeah, Frostlass is dude. I remember what. There was someone in the Elite Four, I think, that had a Frostlass, and it was always a bitch for me. I like the first time I played Diamond and Pearl, I think one of them, or was it Platinum? It might have been Platinum. I don't remember, but one of the Elite Four, the champion, had a Frostlass, and it was a bitch. It was such a bitch. If we could pick legendaries, it'd be Rayquaza. Oh, Rayquaza is freaking. Oh, I love Rayquaza. I love the Hoenn legendaries are freaking awesome. Like
I really like Entei and Suicune.
Entei and Suicune,
Dude.
yeah.
But dude,
They were
Pokemon
bitches to
Crystal,
catch, though.
That game, when Pokemon Crystal came out, that game was amazing. Pokemon Crystal, like you gotta play it if you haven't.
On the Game Boy.
Yeah, it would be, most of you guys are saying either Hoenn or Sinnoh. Like that, yeah, it's between those two. It's kind of hard to decide, but I mean, like I was talking about, like the Hoenn legendaries. I mean, what do we have? We had Rayquaza, Deoxys technically, Jirachi. Who else was there? There was the Reggies. That's when the Reggies were first introduced.
Yeah, Registeel,
What's your
Yeah.
favorite game?
I just thought what was so cool about the Reggies was that, like, the way you actually had to get them. Like, you had to have, like, the Whale Lord and the Relicanth. You had to open, like, the tombs and all that. You had to go to the different, like, locations. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, yes. Sheena, Lugia. I would probably say Lugia.
Lugia and Ho are dope.
Yeah. Lugia would probably... I think Lugia, in my personal opinion, I would put on a higher scale than Ho-Oh, to be honest.
I would say I like Lugia more than Ho too, honestly.
I like Ho-Oh more, just because I played Gold and Heart Gold more over Silver, Soul Silver.
Oh yeah, Latios and
Lugia's
Latias were first introduced in Hoenn as well. Those are two good ones as well.
Oh, fuck.
Favorite? You asked my favorite game, Miles,
Yeah.
right? Or Blake?
I did,
Favorite
yeah.
game? I would probably say Emerald.
Ooh,
Emerald's good.
I would say Emerald. See, I really love Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, like those. Like,
Diamond Pearl is.
I played
was the first one on
Diamond.
DS.
I played Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I played all three of them, so I
Yeah.
kind of like put them all together. But Platinum did have more there, so I would probably say Emerald though. But I really did love what they did with Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby too.
Yeah, those ones are good.
So yeah, I would say probably Emerald or Platinum, honestly. But I also love the remakes they did for Sapphire and Ruby. Those are really good. Like I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really dove too much into like the newer like Kalos and what are the other ones? There's Kalos, the newer regions, Unova. I haven't really dove into those like all too much, or the Sun and Moon. I haven't, like, I tried playing Sun and Moon, and I don't even remember like how long I played. It was like maybe I played like 2 or 3 hours worth of the game. So yeah, like I really stopped grinding Pokemon because Pokemon was like my life, dude. It was like I was crazy about it, like until Sinnoh. Like after Sinnoh, I kind of fell off of it, and then I came back with Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. So,
Yeah.
So yeah,
And you never
dude,
finished
I
Sun
just
and Moon, right?
I didn't finish Sun and Moon, no, but I really, really hope that they have these Diamond and Pearl remakes. I know they've been like talked about so much and like the
Wait,
rumors.
what?
Yeah, there's like rumors of Diamond and Pearl remakes coming, like in
Dude, if
2020.
they're gonna remake a game, like that's gotta be the next one,
Yeah,
dude. Like, oh,
yeah. I mean, I really hope it's true. I think it is. I think it's
I
just,
kind of want to play it.
it'll
I
be
kind of want to
probably
get my DS and
it'll be
play
like
it.
2020 or 2021. I feel like, unless they do like the next gen and then have maybe another Let's Go game or what, or I don't know if is Let's Go going to be like add-ons to just the beginning of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, or are they actually going to be like, do you think they're going to be like separate games released like year after year after year after year?
The Let's Go game.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be separate.
You think
just
so?
due to its success.
Yeah.
In order for marketing purposes.
I mean, ideally, I would like for it to be like, I wouldn't really like for it to be that. I would like them just to add on to the like original game, like make it an add-on, like I don't know, like DLC or something. I don't know how they would be able to do it, but that's why it being a separate game makes a lot more sense. But if they did just have it as an add-on, then they would be able to just continue with like the games every year, like a different entry or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna make Cynthia even more OP. Cynthia was a oh dude, that Garchomp, yeah. That Garchomp was just. And what else did she have? She had like a spirit tomb. Like a spirit tomb. Like really? I remember that.
Cynthia Pokemon.
Am I a Need for Speed fan? I've maybe played Need for Speed like 5 times. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like
I played Most Wanted a lot, like that one. And then that was it.
Yeah, like the only time I've played Need for Speed, I think, is like when I went over to a friend's house and they had it and they were playing it. That's like the only time I think I've ever played Need for Speed.
She had that Milotic.
It was fun though.
Gastrodon.
Cynthia had like a freaking crazy team.
Oh man, did you guys play the Pokemon tournament game on the Wii?
Pokken tournament?
Yeah.
No.
No, I didn't get the chance to because I didn't have a
Really?
Wii U,
You know what's a legendary?
No, not the Wii U one. It was on the Wii.
Battle Revolution?
No.
Yeah, Battle Revolution.
Yeah, Battle Revolution was sweet. Like how you could battle,
That was a fun
like how you
game.
could link your DSs or whatever through it and
yeah,
then
because that
battle
was
each
coming
other.
out like around Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah. I remember that.
think. Yeah.
Wait,
The
do you guys
Milotic,
remember,
yeah,
like-
Caster, the Milotic, the Milotic and the Garchomp,
Yeah.
those two, because I'd want to fight I forget what my team was exactly, but Milotic would always wreck, like, especially with those ice attacks. Like if I had a flying or like a dragon, was dragon weak against ice? I don't remember. I think it was ground. See, I'm not really like all in the loop with Pokemon anymore. So like, but yeah, flying. Like I remember I had like who did I have? I had a Staraptor, I think. Which Staraptor was a fighting and flying. Like I loved Staraptor. But yeah, like I had a Staraptor. I remember I had a Garchomp myself as well because I found like the Gibble in the one freaking cave under that bridge. I forget where that exactly was. I think it was under the bike path. It was under the bike path. It was like, that's where it was. It was in like that cave or whatever, and that's where I found Gibble, and I got myself a Garchomp too. Spirit Tomb, Milotic, Roserade, Garchomp, yeah, like her team was like, that was like really the first time like I really had like trouble with like a champion. I mean, like like honestly for me, like the 4th Elite Four member, I remember having like in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm talking about like this goes way back. Like I had a tougher time with Lance, than the champion, which was your rival. Like I had a tougher time with Lance because he had like the 2 Dragonites, I think, or 3 maybe. He might have had 3 Dragonites, but he at least had 2 definitely. But he had like those Dragonites, and they just would wreck me, dude. like oh my god, like so. I mean, Cynthia was like a tough fucking champion, though, dude. Like, really. But Emerald as well. But, I mean, you could have Rayquaza and face the champion in Emerald. So, like, or was that the second time you faced the champion? I think it was the second time you could face the champion. You would have Rayquaza. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember exactly, but I just remember having Rayquaza and facing the champion. I don't know if it was on the first time or if it was after the first time. Then you could challenge, or that's when you got Rayquaza. Or no, you do the whole Rayquaza thing. Oh no, you would have Groudon or Kyogre before facing the champion. And then after you did the whole Sky Pillar thing, then you would have Rayquaza, and then you could face the champion again. That's how it went, if I remember correctly. See, I love talking about Pokemon. I could talk about Pokemon forever.
You can talk about it for
Like, dude,
ages.
Diamond and Pearl introduced the fucking mining thing. Remember that? Oh my god,
yeah.
dude, the underground mining thing where you could find like the fossils in the dude.
Yeah.
When that first got introduced, I would stay up till like 4 or 5 in the morning trying to find these fossils and trying to like, dude, it was so awesome because that was never done or saw before. Like that was so cool.
Did you say you would stay up until 5 in the morning?
Dude, I would. Hell yeah. Dude, I forget how old I was. I was maybe like 13 or 14, 15 maybe, but I would stay up so late, like in those mines with my friends. Like we would just be trying to find whatever the hell you can make like your own base down there and shit. Like it was cool.
Yeah. I remember that. Those were fun. I remember that me and my friend at the time, we ended up picking up Diamond and Pearl at GameStop. Like we woke up early in the morning, like when GameStop was opening, because they didn't have a midnight release or anything, but they we walked on over to GameStop and picked up our copy as soon as the doors opened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Ozai, how's it going? What am I doing live? This is actually going to be something I'm doing like every Sunday now. It's going to be way earlier. Like next Sunday, it'll probably be like around 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern time. But this is going to be like a weekly thing we do. Just like more so like to interact, with everyone, get everyone together for like, one time throughout the week. Besides like being in the Discord or like in the comment sections and all that. I think that'll be a lot of fun, to have this every week. And if something like happens like drastically and I'm not able to do a stream Sunday, it's not gonna be like that big of a deal. But Sundays I usually don't have much like going on besides like watching like football games and stuff. So like really, Sunday's like the perfect day for me.
Hell yeah.
Memory after dark. Yep.
Just make a new channel and call it that, dude.
A shiny mole trace, really, Caster? Was that like on your first try, or did you save in front of it and then kept like turning it off and turning it on to just hoping that, that one time it would be a shiny?
Oh, dude, I remember my first.
You remember your
shiny.
first shiny? My first one was Tentacool. I was surfing, and it was a Tentacool, yeah. I think the shiny
I can tell you
shiny Tentacle's
go
like
ahead.
green, I think. Or something. So
I can tell you like the exact story of how I found it, dude, and I literally thought I broke the game because I was a little kid, and it was when the Hoenn region was around. Me and my dad went out deep sea fishing at the time, and while we're waiting for our spot and whatnot, I'm just chilling in the boat, playing Pokemon, and I'm like around the time when you have to verse that electric gym leader, and I'm running in the grass, and I come across this blue Electrike.
oh, yeah. So
and I'm like,
did you like? So you had like a
whoa.
shiny Manectric? Yeah.
I didn't have a shiny Manectric. Because the
Or you
thing
didn't
is,
evolve it, or you didn't catch it?
No, it ran away
Oh.
from me. I ran out of Pokeballs, man.
Oh, you ran out of Pokeballs. Oh,
Dude,
that's tragic.
I was so upset as a little kid. You don't understand. Because I was like, "Whoa, what?" Like first, I thought I broke the game, and then second, I just became really sad because it was different.
All right, Sharose, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. By the way, I'm really bad with pronunciations, but now that I know like your YouTube name, like I saw you obviously in like the comment sections before, but I just couldn't put the names together. But thank you for joining, thank you for being here. I appreciate it a lot, and hopefully I could catch you on the next one because this is gonna be like a weekly thing. Let's see.
Spada said that she killed a shiny Swinub.
Oh, first one is Swinub. Sheena said mine was a Zigzagoon. See, like that's the thing. Like you'll be actually trying to hunt for a shiny, and you won't find one. It'll take you so long. But then, like you'll just randomly be running out in the grass with not the intention of finding a shiny, but like and then you'll actually end up finding one. Like I was just surfing, going to a different location I forget what game it was where I found it, but I found a freaking Tentacool shiny. So yours was a Ralts in Emerald. Oh, dude. But couldn't Ralts use teleport in like run away? Couldn't it? Or
Yeah, teleport. Yeah, I think so.
Shirose. Okay, hopefully I got it right that time.
What I like about the Let's Go games, from what I've been hearing, though, like it makes it so much easier to get shiny Pokemon, because what you can do is, like, if you catch the same Pokemon over and over and over, the game racks up combos for you to increase your chances to interact with a shiny Pokemon when you're hunting for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's what's cool about the Let's
Yeah,
Go
like
games.
what is it? The catch rate thing or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can keep increasing it.
Yeah.
And that's why you see like so many, like I saw this one person had like, I don't know if it was like a farm or something, or like their PC where you can actually like interact with your Pokemon that are in your PC or something like that. But this guy had like 50 Mr. Mimes or some shit. He just kept catching them, and I'm just like, okay, why is he doing this? And then with the whole like catch rate thing, I guess it makes sense, like what you can do with that. Do I plan on reacting to any new Gundam shows? Honestly, I don't know if I should really. I don't know if I should talk about it like in the stream, cause like I've talked about doing a Gundam, like reacting to a Gundam series with someone, but we just haven't found like a time really that's best for both of us to do it. I'm not gonna say who the person is, but there have been talks on doing a Gundam show on the channel, like a dual reaction, but yeah, that hasn't really went anywhere yet. But we're trying to sort out like when's best for us to like record, like sit down and record some of it.
Buddies react.
But that's kind of like on a standstill right now. Don't hint about your reaction. But I don't want to say anything yet because we've talked about it, with who the person is. Like but it hasn't really went anywhere. It hasn't really went anywhere yet. Like we've like this person we came to each other and said like, would you want to do this pretty much, and I said yeah, and it hasn't really went anywhere besides that yet because like the times just haven't matched up. We wanted to record some actually this past or last Sunday. I know it might have been the Sunday before that, but the times didn't match up. We wanted to get on at a certain time and record, but just something came up for the other person. And I have to take my brother to work usually on Sunday nights, and that's when we wanted to record. Sunday was the best day for both of us. What's my anime of the season so far? If we're talking, we talked about this earlier a little bit. Like, if I'm not talking sequels, it would probably be Slime or Goblin Slayer. And I did see your comment about Goblin Slayer as well, like with the whole like resurrection thing, and that was like something like I instantly just thought like, okay, because she's using resurrection magic, like I thought, oh, he actually did die. But apparently, how it works in Goblin Slayer, like you said, is and many people commented as well. And I want to thank you guys for clearing that up for me because I didn't think that was gonna be the case. Like with Goblin Slayer, apparently how the resurrection magic works is like when it's more so for someone who's on the verge of death or like on the brink of death. So Goblin Slayer didn't actually die. And apparently like with the like with the Sword Maiden technically not being a virgin because of the whole goblin thing. Like she is technically not a virgin because she got raped by goblins. There needed to be like a catalyst with the priestess, so that's why there were like three of them in the bed and all that. Why she was there. So I'm not gonna really go into it any more than that, but yeah, a lot of people were commenting that on my newest video, like trying to clear that up for me. So, um, yeah, it would probably be between Slime, Goblin Slayer, and Bunny Girl. That's not counting sequels though, obviously. So if I could include like sequels in there, I mean JoJo, um, JoJo would be up there for sure. I'm really liking Run with the Wind. I'm really liking also surprisingly, Sword Art Online. Like like I've talked about this so many times. Um I probably sound like a broken record, but like Sword Art Online has like a very special place in my heart because it's one of the first anime I ever watched. It got me into so much other stuff, right? So there's always going to be that there, but what they're doing with this season of Alicization, I really love it. I really do, honestly. So I've been surprised by that.
Alicization.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they just slept. So there wasn't any like intercourse or anything like that with we see a lot of those kind of like rituals and like harem anime. Like I think of Testament of Sister New Devil instantly, where there's like shit going on, like so
It's just for fan
it,
service.
yeah, it wasn't anything like that. um so yeah, it was actually just for the point of using this resurrection magic. Like there wasn't any like they were just laying together. Like it wasn't like any sexual like intercourse going
Basically,
on.
they had to come up with a reason in order to provide fans the show. That's why they did it. Let's be honest.
Are you gonna watch or react to the new Fate series, which is coming in 2019? Are you talking about Heaven's Feel, the second movie,
Ooh.
or is there actually another Fate series coming? Are you talking about Grand Order? Because I know there's an anime for Grand Order coming. But I mean, I feel bad for the Sword Maiden, because like something that really hit me like kind of hard. That wasn't like super hard, but like she was talking like she's scared of goblins, but she's taken down like a demon lord before. That's kind of crazy to think about, right? That's been a big thing with goblins, like just the topic of goblins in this series is that like, oh, most people think they're just like these low level, like just like they're easy to kill, like anybody can do it kind of thing. But really, we're seeing the kind of effect that these goblins can have on on people, even though like we've saw parts of them that are even kind of smart, right? Like so, I mean, yeah, people may on the outside think that okay, like these goblins are just like weak, like anybody could do it, whatever, anybody could take out a goblin. But we've saw like the kind of like mental sort of impact it can have on someone, like aka the Sword Maiden, like and just what it's done to the Goblin Slayer and in his family and his where he comes from, and just like what he had to see, what a lot of people have had to see. So am I hyped for the Anemone CGI movie? Oh, Caster, man, like, because I'm excited for like, because a lot of parts of the new Eureka 7 movie look good, right? But then the CG, I don't know what they're doing, honestly, with it. One thing I do hope, though, is that, like, with the first movie, of there was a lot of recap with the first movie of Eureka 7 High Evolution. There was like 30 minutes of new content, which I like the new content, but there was a lot of recap. The rest of it was recap. So I'm hoping with the second movie, which it looks like there is going to be a lot more of original stuff, and so I'm happy about that. But the CG is kind of like, I still think it's going to be good. I still think I'm going to enjoy it, but um, yeah, I'm kind of having like an open mind when it comes to it, but I am a little nervous. Goblin Slayer, the "What's in my pocket" thing, isn't that like a Hobbit reference or something, or it's a reference from?
What's in my pocket?
Is that from
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings? Oh, not the Hobbit. A Hobbit was what people were calling him in the comments
Well,
of my
I mean,
video. That people were calling his master a Hobbit.
yeah.
It is a direct quote from Bilbo to Smeagol when he steals the One Ring from him in The Hobbit. It is from The Hobbit.
Yeah, it's Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, same thing.
Wait.
They're both literally from the same universe.
Oh, okay, okay.
And the Hobbit just takes place before.
Yeah, Nick, I plan to watch Grand Order. I've heard though what they're going to be adapting is what they're going to be adapting, I think, is further on into Grand Order. I don't think it's like starting from the beginning. I may be wrong on that, but I do want to watch that for sure. Definitely. And Heaven's Feel Part 2, which here's going to be the thing with Heaven's Feel Part 2. The first Heaven's Feel movie I wasn't able to see in theaters. That's why I did a reaction on it. It took a while, obviously. But the second Heaven's Feel movie, if I can't see it in theaters again, if it's not in a theater near me again, then I'll be doing a reaction over it. But if I can see it in theaters, I'm going to go, get that experience, right? I'm going to go see it in theaters for sure. Oh, it's okay. His master is based on a Hobbit. Okay, so that's why everyone was like calling him a Hobbit. I thought they were just being like kind of like trolls about it. But I mean, he does look like a freaking Hobbit. So they weren't really wrong, but there were people kind of making jokes about it in the comments of the newest episode. Am I ever gonna watch the alternate universe movie of Eureka 7? I mean, I've actually heard really, really bad things about that, Caster. Honestly, that's why I've kind of held back. I guess it has like a different ending or something, like a way different ending. But I may watch it at some point, just to kind of see, like, I mean, it can't be worse than freaking AO. It can't be worse than Eureka 7 AO. So, um, yeah.
There's no point in watching it, Memory told me. I don't know why. Why is that, Memory?
What'd you say?
I said, you told me there's no point in watching
No point of watching what?
AO.
Oh, AO. Well, yeah, AO should have never happened.
It should have never happened.
It's like a next generation kind of sequel thing where it tries to do what the original did like so well, like with the cast and with like the with the crew and all that. Which, I mean, there was some like okay moments with the crew in AO, but it just dude. Like the best thing about AO honestly was, which makes sense because it came out like in like 2013 or 2012, 2014 maybe, I don't remember exactly. But like the action is really good and the music's good. I mean, but that's probably my favorite thing. Like the villain in AO, shit. The one, I forget what her name is. I hated that girl, dude. What was that girl's name, man? I freaking hated this girl. Let me what was her name? Naru. Oh, I hated her. I hated Naru. Absolutely hated her. Like, and then the and then the villain, his name was Truth. Yeah, he was terrible. Who was my favorite character in I mean, besides Owl, Renton's son, my favorite character is probably the captain, honestly, of the crew, Avika, or whatever his name was, Avika, something like that. Like I don't even remember any of their other names. I remember Al Fukai, Renton's son. Obviously Renton and Eureka, who Eureka shows up kind of early on in AO, but then Renton shows up in like episode 20 or something, like like one of the last episodes of the series. They're there. Naru, Truth. Those are really the only characters I remember. But yeah, don't watch AO unless you wanna try it. I mean, and see. I mean, try to see it as its own thing if you're gonna watch it. Honestly, don't try to. If you keep comparing it to the original and all that, you're not gonna really have a great experience because it's terrible compared to the original. Check what you said about Fate. What about Gilgamesh? Or is that further up, Ozai? I think you might be talking about your Gilgamesh comment.
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh is best Fate boy. I mean, I don't know. What do you think about that, Miles? Best Fate.
Gilgamesh's best boy.
Yeah. I really fuck with Archer.
Was that the question?
Yeah, I fuck with Archer. Am I lagging?
Yeah, you're lagging. You good now?
Yeah, I think I'm good now.
All right. What were you saying?
Best boy in Fate. Ozai says Gilgamesh. Fight him. Fight. I would say Archer's probably my favorite, but I like Gil too. Gilgamesh and Archer. But I like Lancer too. I'm a big fan of Lancer.
I like Berserker.
Dude, Ryder, oh my god, Ryder from Fate Zero. Oh my gosh. Ryder from Fate Zero. Whew.
Woo.
Whew.
Woo.
No, I'm talking about like Rin's Archer. Do 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 do. Lancer's such a bitch. The anime god, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining us.
The anime god.
Was it just me, or did Johnny Young Bosch's Renton sound a bit different in the Eureka 7 recap movie in comparison to the original series? Well, you gotta think about it, Caster. Like, it's been years. It's been over 10 years since that series was dubbed. It's been well over 10 years. It came out in 2005. It was on Toonami and all that. So Johnny Young Bosch is like 10, 15 years older than when he first recorded for Renton. So
just think about the equipment they used.
yeah, the equipment they used back then, but also, I mean, it's been 10 or 15 years, and him trying to record now, I guess it makes sense how it does sound a little different. So yeah, I mean, if I like, it would be hard for me, if I voiced a character 10 or 15 years ago, and imagine how many characters has he voiced between that amount of time, right? For him to come back now, 2017, 2018, voicing this character again, I mean, I guess I would cut him some slack with him sounding not totally like how he originally did. I'm talking about Alexander. Ozai. From Fate Zero. I love what they did with them in Fate Zero. Alexander was great.
Fate Zeroです。
I haven't actually heard Johnny Young Bosch with Orga yet. I haven't actually heard that I haven't heard his English voice.
You haven't heard who?
Johnny Young Bosch plays Orga in Iron Blooded Orphans.
Oh, really?
In the English, yeah. Gilgamesh's Gate of Babylon literally has every single hero's noble phantasm in the armory because he's the originator of all the heroes. I didn't know that. I don't think. I did not know that. Honestly. Like wow. I mean, I knew Gil was OP, but like sheesh.
Sheesh.
But it's been a while since I've watched Fate. I watched Heaven's Feel, but like even then I was like my memory was really hazy on some of the previous events from like Zero and especially Unlimited Blade Works. Yeah, Ali. When I think of the Fate series and the lore, I just think of Gigic's video he made about it. That was so great. Like trying to explain the Fate franchise to others. Thoughts on Railgun S or Railgun Season 2? I loved it. The Sisters arc, I talked about this on Twitter. The Sisters arc in Railgun is my favorite thing out of Index or Railgun as a whole. Just from the anime. What we've got from the anime from both so far, Sisters arc and Railgun, best thing out of anything. Definitely. And the last part of Railgun season 2 was similar to like the Poltergeist arc from season 1, but I felt they did the silent or the study arc or whatever you want to call it. What is it? Silent Party. Um they did that way better than the Poltergeist arc, especially how they left off the season. Like they played like 4 or 5 theme songs in the last episode of Railgun season 2. I like it was just like one song would start, then one song would end, and then another song would start. And I was just like, okay, they really are putting like 4 or 5 songs in this. It was great. Like it was like the whole final episode was like almost all action. It was just everyone working together, everyone kicking ass. It was awesome. But yeah, the Sisters arc was a 10 out of 10. Like it was so good, man. It was really really good.
10 out of 10 material. I wasn't the biggest fan of Railgun, to be honest. Sad face.
Can't believe Misaka fought a nightmare frame at the end of season 1. uh the last episode of Railgun season 2 was like an AMV because it was just like almost there wasn't a moment. There was maybe like a couple minutes where there wasn't any music playing or any theme song. Like it was just like they had theme songs throughout the whole final episode. Everyone just fighting nonstop. It was awesome. And then we got the Accelerator anime coming in 2019. We got a Railgun season 3 in 2019. Oh, it's already a great year for Index Railgun fans, like that whole universe, because Index is going to carry over into 2019. We're going to have the World War III arc in 2019. We're going to have Railgun, more Railgun, of course, which they're going to have like the festival arc. I think they're going to be covering the festival arc in Railgun, which I cannot wait for that. Um, and also I think there's an arc in Railgun if they adapt it. I don't know if they are, if they're going to do more original stuff, but there's an arc. That arc after the festival arc in Railgun actually is around the same time as like the invasion of Academy City with like God's Right Seat and where we're at actually right now in Index. So I'm really excited for that if they actually adapt those 2 arcs, for sure. And then the Accelerator anime, I don't really know what to expect. I just love Accelerator, so I'm just excited for that. But I don't know what's gonna be contained in that. One thing that I really like about like Index and Railgun though, and not many people could say that they've watched Heavy Object, but they have like the look of the mechs and the designs of the mechs or the robots, whatever you want to say, in Index and Railgun are from Heavy Object. So if you guys have watched Heavy Object and you know how like the mechs and like the suits and the pilot outfits and all that are designed, that comes from Heavy Object. So it's cool that they kind of have those references in there for people who have watched Heavy Object. And I even think they have Index or Railgun references in Heavy Object as well. It's been a while since I watched Heavy Object. I don't remember, but at the time when I watched Heavy Object, I hadn't had even dived into Railgun or Index. Uh, so yeah, that was kind of the thing with that. But Were the mechs in Index first? Really? Oh, I thought maybe it was the other way around. Oh, I'm sorry about that. See, see, that's what I was talking about. Like when I watched Heavy Object, I hadn't watched Index or Railgun yet. So when I saw the Heavy Object like outfits, the same designs and all that in Railgun and Index, I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Which yeah, I know it's by the same creator, so that was just kind of cool how they combined the two.
Damn, man. Anime. So many anime. So
I need more Heavy Object, man. I really do. I want more Heavy Object so bad.
you want more heavy object?
Yeah, more Heavy Object, man.
More heavy object.
You plan on
Dude, what
reacting
about that one
to
show? Don't you want more of that? It was like HXH something.
Gakwood? Wait, Maso Gakwood?
Yeah, HXH.
No, dude. I'm good, man. Do I plan on reacting to previews for the next season's anime? Yeah, I want to do a couple. For the ones that I'm like really interested in. Like I'll probably do a reaction for like Rising of the Shield Hero um if that gets a new preview soon. Kaguya-sama, I think Kaguya-sama actually just got a preview like a day or two ago. It wasn't that long ago, so there's that. I also want to like Boogie Pop. I'm waiting for a Boogie Pop preview, a new one. Um, so yeah, what other ones for the winter? Mob. I already did a preview to the Mob preview
Mob.
for season
One,
2.
two, mob.
I need a Date Alive preview as well. Promise Neverland. I don't know if Promise Neverland's even gonna get a preview, like a full length preview, because so far they've only put out these commercials that are like 15 seconds long. So what am I supposed to do with those? You know. Let me see what you said, Ozai. Title King of Heroes is not meant to call him a king, but who is a hero, but instead implies that he is the king over all heroes.
All heroes.
He is mankind's oldest hero, the origin of all myths and model on which heroes are based, so his story is copied within the mythologies of all of the countries of the world. Yeah, like I did not like see, like I did not know any of this. Like really, I didn't like I don't know. There are numerous kings with titles such as the King of Knights or the King of Conquerors, he is the only one in all of heaven and earth crowned with the title King of all heroes. Yeah, wow. I did not know anything about that at all. Like honestly, I didn't really look into Gilgamesh that much, other than what we got from him from the series. But it's been a while since I've watched, honestly. Like I said before, so my memory is a little hazy.
Just a bit.
You can't show. Yeah, that's what that's what some of my other friends have said. Like if they had like a full length preview for Neverland, like that would kind of give away a lot, especially with how there's like how the beginning of it is apparently. Am I on that Smash Bros hype? I don't have.
Dude.
I don't have a Switch yet, so my brother's gonna get it. My brother's gonna get it, and he has a Switch, so I might play with him on his Switch or something.
Dude, you're not gonna play with your boy?
Well, I mean we'd be able to do that.
Dude, you gotta do it because, dude, then you can have streams, dude. You can do tournaments with your subs. That'd be amazing.
But I don't want to pay for another console, man.
Dude, it's gonna be worth it, man.
Memory is hazy.
I'm definitely
see, I know people are just joking when they say that, but like there's actually been people who are like crazy, like crazy about it. Like someone will be like, "This guy's name is Memory, and he has a shit memory." Like there's been a couple comments like that. Yeah, like I was telling you about this the other day. But like, I guess I should say I don't think I've ever really. I've talked about it a while ago, but like that wasn't actually like the intention. Like I came up with this name, or made this my name in like 2011 when I played Call of Duty. So like I didn't have this name because I was like, oh, I have a great memory, so my name's Memory. Like I know Sundere, Jesus, you're just messing around, but other people have actually been like serious about it. But my name, and this is gonna sound really cheesy, but remember this was like 7 years ago, so I was 13 years old. I was like 12 or 13 at the time, but I wanted the name Memory because like I was super into Call of Duty. I was like really crazy into it, like really competitive, and my whole thing was like, I want people, after a match, I want people to remember me. That was kind of like my reasoning for the name. So I was like, okay, Memory. That's gonna be my name, Memory NK. NK is just my initials, my name. My first name's Nate. My last name starts with a K. So you know, Memory NK. That was how I got my name. And I pretty much my whole thing was I want people to remember me. That's that's why my name is Memory. That's really all it was. So I don't have a great memory. Maybe if I didn't watch as many shows each season, I would be better with my memory. But I watched so much during the season, and I watched so much outside of the season that like um no memory at K. Memory at K loss. Memory AFK. Oh man. But yeah, that was like me. That was like teenage me, like 13-year-olds. Like I want people to remember me. I was probably a squeaker. Um, but yeah, like I was just super competitive with it. So that was like where my name came from. What do you think about the Iron-Blooded Orphans and Gundam Double O crossover? I think you're talking about the visual that they had, the visual with like Setsuna and Mika, and then like in the reflection of Barbados's sword, you can see, or the lance or whatever, you can see like Setsuna in the reflection of that. If they were actually to have a crossover like an anime, that would be so sick. But if you're just talking about the visual is awesome because just seeing like Setsuna reflected in Barbados and the way that people are putting that, and I really like it's awesome. Like with how Mika and Barbados are like technically one, like they're connected. That's
Yeah.
why you see like the reflection of like Setsuna in Barbados, which I thought was just like really cool because it's just like Mika and Barbados, you know, connected as one just with like the system that the people run the system in Iron Blood Orphans, like with the Gundams and all that, it's different. So how they did that was awesome. I love what they did with that visual. I thought we were gonna get Iron Blooded Orphans news. I wanted to get some so bad, but there's like an event I think coming, I think next month or maybe in January where we might get Iron Blooded Orphans news for the anime. There was news that there was a continuation coming, so I'm waiting on more. I made a video on that actually. So is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be a series or what?
Fire.
I want people to remember me. Proceeds to play poorly. I mean, I'm actually pretty. I'm not like I don't want to like toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at Call of Duty. Like I'm I'm not like a pro or anything, but like I play like competitively, like for money, like wagers and tournaments and all that. I know you guys probably aren't really know about that, but I don't really play as much anymore. But when I used to play, I was like super competitive about it. I was actually in like a clan, like a sniping team and all that. That's like where this whole channel, this whole thing started for me. But yeah, my thing now obviously is anime, and
And he never wants me on his team anymore.
yeah, cause this guy is not good.
What do you mean? You never
um,
even play with me, man. How would you know?
dude, I've played with you. All right, let's not go into this.
Dude, dude, you gotta tell your fan base, man.
Sat, how's it going? From
He
Japan.
just ignores me.
Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here from Japan. Wow,
From Japan.
that's awesome. Thoughts on SAO before? or so far. Sorry, read that wrong. Like I said before, SAO has a special place in my heart. One of the first anime I ever watched. Um, so there's always gonna be that there, right? Like Kirito and Asuna. Like when I first got into Call of Duty, or when I first got into anime. What am I saying?
Call of
When I
Duty.
first got into, well, that is kind of funny because I was into Call of Duty like around the same time I first watched like SAO. But like my whole thing, Kirito and Asuna. Oh my God, the best couple in anime. That's not the case, obviously, but that was me when I first got into anime. Uh, so yeah, but I really love what they're doing with Alicization right now. Like just the whole concept of having an AI, AIs build this world from the ground up, with their own cities that they've built, their own like civilization. Like it's so fascinating to me. I really love what they're doing with it, and we have 50 episodes, so it's just gonna be. It's been really good how I've heard so far from like the people who've read the source material. And they've even had like these original bits in there, like whatever, but they've actually said that they fit in really nicely. So, and they've been adapting it really well. So I'm happy about that. Really, really happy about that. And the animation has been like on ordinal scale level. It's just been freaking fantastic. I honestly don't even know how they're doing it. Like, it's crazy. This is a TV anime with like movie like animation. It's mind blowing. Like, for real. A Calamity War OVA. I would love to have a Calamity War OVA. If we got like, if they announced like a Calamity War OVA or something, and then maybe a movie, not even like a second season, like a full length TV anime, but if we got like those two things or just one of them, I mean, I would be happy with just more Iron Blooded Orphans in general. Like, I really, really would.
Yeah.
Which, Miles, you need to watch that.
I know, man.
It's so good, man.
Which one are you talking about?
Iron Blooded
Blood?
Orphans.
Yeah.
Do I need to watch the movie before SAO season 3? I would say yeah, because they do like talk about some of the things that are contained in Ordinal Scale in the new season of SAO, and also the girl, I think her name was Yuna or something like that from you like the girl Yuna is like in the opening of Alicization, um, and she's from Ordinal Scale. But I mean, it helps. It helps a little bit to watch Ordinal Scale, but it's not like completely necessary. So I mean, you really don't have to, but I would say just watch it. It's a good movie, so in my opinion, at least, it's not like anything too crazy in terms of the story or anything, but I still had a really really fun time. I saw that in theaters. I saw it with my brother actually. It was pretty good, especially the last fight scene versus like that boss. Oh, oh my God, man! It was like one of the best fight scenes like you'll see, like in my opinion. Like they had foldable animators on it, like, and you could tell if you guys have watched Ordinal Scale by the final fight scene, like with the floor 100 boss or whatever floor it was.
I remember Ordinal Scale. That was a good film. My friend didn't like it, and he never.
Oh, Shina. Yeah, Asuna does have that bathtub scene, and it's actually uncensored. Like if you watch the uncensored version of Ordinal Scale, yeah, you actually see like, you know, her naked. So, yeah, there's that. If you watch the Blu-ray, if you have the Blu-ray for it, or get your hands or eyes on it, whatever.
Is it full on?
Oh, Necros, I didn't even see you in here, man. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. Yeah, I've been live since like 8:30, I think. It's felt like it hasn't even felt like that long. Oh my God! But what were you about to say, Miles?
I said, is it full on nip?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it's like full on nip. Like you actually see it. I was actually surprised when I saw that because I saw a screenshot of it on my timeline, and I was like, dude, there's no way. So I went and found like the Blu-ray version of Ordinal Scale on like on Ya or something, and I downloaded it because I wanted to just see. I just wanted to see. I went to the timer, and I was like, wow, like this is Sword Art Online, like really. Which I mean, there's fan service obviously in Sword Art Online, but we haven't saw anything like that in there. Full Metal Panic season 5. Oh, I would love for that. But the thing is, like they had so many production issues with season 4. They had so many problems with it. So that's why I don't think we'll ever get a season 5. I mean, it took so long to get another season or season 3, my bad. Um, well, if you count Fumafu, I guess it would be season 5. But or season 4 would be Invisible Victory, and then season 5 would be the next one. But if we're just talking like if we're talking the first season, second raid, then Invisible Victory, that's where I was going with it. Not putting like Fumafu in there, but I just don't see it happening. And if it does happen, it won't be for a while. Just with all the problems they had with scheduling and production, it was a disaster, So, and you hate to see that happen for Full Metal Panic because it's such a great series.
Did it end off on a good note?
Um, it leaves off on a good note, but it's still kind of like a cliffhanger because the two main characters are still separated. At least me, I wanted to see them get back together, at the end of Invisible Victory, but no. So that's gonna be for like the next season if it ever does come, which I hope it does, man. I really hope, but it's not looking so good. You convinced me to watch it. I'm happy I convinced you to watch it. I think you'll like Ordinal Scale, the movie. It's pretty good, in my opinion. Man, that ReZero OVA like aired already in Japan. I'm still waiting for it to drop. I mean, it might not be for a bit, but man. And I want season 2 announced like soon. Like maybe I don't know. If it was announced at the end of the OVA, I think we would have already got the news because it already has came out in Japan. Like people have already watched it. So that news would have came out if it was at the end of the OVA. So there was another OVA actually announced for ReZero, not besides the Memory Snow one. So there's going to be another OVA coming. Maybe at the end of that, we'll see. But that's kind of like up in the air right now. All right, Espada. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
See you,
Have a
Spada.
great morning. I think it's morning where you're at, or like really, really early morning. So thank you once again. Get your sleep. An hour OVA, is it like a summary of no, it's actually like a news story. It's not like it's not a recap or anything like that. It's actually like another part of the story. I think it's a side. Is it a side story? I think it's not like a sequel or anything. Um, OVA 2, yeah, OVA 2 is a tie-in for the story coming in season 2, which is sweet. If that doesn't tell you like they don't plan, if that doesn't tell you they don't plan to do a season 2, then I don't know what's gonna tell you, right? Maybe they're working on ReZero season 2. That might explain why Goblin Slayer has such a low budget production value. I mean, Miles, I know you talked about this earlier, like with the Goblin Slayer being like CG and all that,
Oh, shit.
compared to the other characters
Talk
that
about
are
what?
like, yo, you were talking about earlier like how Goblin Slayer is like in CG, and then the other characters are in 2D.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
was
kind of
like, I
like
didn't
off. It's
understand
kind
that.
of like off sometimes.
Yeah. Somebody told me like it didn't really answer my question. It just kind of something I already. The reason why they use CG is because it's easier for them and it's less money to what have you only animate like a select few things
Right.
rather than a whole thing. But I'm just like I kind of understand that, but I want to know exactly why they only animated Goblin Slayer in CG as opposed to like anything else.
Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes it is kind of like it's a little weird because seeing everyone else in 2D and then him in 3D. But
Yeah.
um, was season 3 of Index worth the wait in your opinion? Well, for me, I watched Index a couple months ago, so I didn't have to wait that long. But for the others in the chat, I don't know, they could probably give you a better answer, honestly. I mean, I'm liking Index season 3. I know there's been like problems with the adaptation or whatever, but because they want to adapt the rest of it with this season, um, like the end of the first part, because there is still more to Index after, like, I think the New Testament is what they call it, like the next part of Index, like the sequel to what we're in right now. So yeah, there's I mean, I'm still liking Index. I'm an anime only, so it's like I can't really compare it obviously to the source material. So it's like I'm enjoying it though. I am honestly. What's your favorite anime this season? We kind of went over this earlier, like quite a bit actually, but if we're talking no sequels, it would be like Slime, Goblin Slayer, or Bunny Girl Senpai. It's between those three. Like those three are like in my top three. I'm not putting them like in specific order. If I was to put them in order, it would probably be Slime, Bunny Girl Senpai, Goblin Slayer, and Slime and Bunny Girl Senpai are like pretty tight. They're pretty close. Oh, Miles, we got Hina-chan in here.
Hina-chan!
Jenny. Jenny.
We got Jenny.
Nick says nope, it's not a tie. uh, sorry. Oh, I think you meant to say sorry. Unless you're talking about something else. I don't know. Kaz, you got to show it that, man. You're in that Emoto show.
Jenny. Oh shit.
Oh, I think someone asked earlier. Goblin or Leandro asked Goblin Slayer Parasite. I would say Parasite, but
Yeah, Parasite.
Goblin Slayer's not over yet, and there's still more to the story, obviously, because we're only getting 12 episodes. So it goes further on than that. So
Parasite 100%.
I would still say Parasite, though. I would honestly would.
100%. $100.
Yeah, Ozai. Actually, I have watched Snafu. I've yet to dive into the Monogatari series, but actually, when I first started watching Bunny Girl Senpai, the first thing I thought of, after the first episode, I was like, okay, this gave me major Origairu vibes, and just with the way the series is kind of structured is very similar to it as well, and the characters, themselves. So, but yeah, loved Origairu. I don't see. I don't know. It's close. I would probably say I still like Origairu. I like Origairu more than Bunny Girl Senpai, but Bunny Girl Senpai isn't over yet. So, and we still got more to the story. We're almost to the end of Origairu, like where the anime was. I think there's only like a couple more volumes left or something that they could adapt. We probably won't ever see another season. Honestly, that's probably like a slim chance. I would like for it to happen or like a movie or something, but probably won't happen, honestly. Still no news about Overlord season 4. Yeah, I mean we were talking about this at the end of season 3. Just I mean the production. Just if you compare the production from Overlord season 1 to season 3, it's like night and day, yo. Really, it is. So I don't know. I think for me, I think they need to take like maybe a year or two, whatever they got to do to get that production whole ordeal sorted out. Like a nice schedule, for the staff and all of that. Um, that's honestly my personal opinion because I don't know at this point with what happened with season 3, I just don't think there'll be another season coming anytime soon. No, yeah, I was talking about a movie for like Oregairu because they haven't because there's still more to the story of Oregairu, but there's not like a lot. There's not a lot left.
Yeah, they only have like what only a few chapters or something they can adapt.
Well, I think there's isn't the last volume of Origairu like volume 13 or 14 or
Something
something?
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think the anime adapted up to 10 or 11. I may be wrong, but I know they did like quite a bit. So I say the chances of another season or a movie or whatever of Origairu is very, very slim unless they do like a movie. Yeah, okay, Ali said there's like 2 or 3 volumes left that they could adapt. So, I mean, what yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the chances for an anime, I would love to see it. Oh my gosh, I would love to see it. I know a lot of you would love to see it as well, but I just feel like it's very slim, but you always got to leave open that possibility because I mean, look how many shows and series we've saw come back are getting these, seasons now. They you maybe never thought were going to get sequels again. Like I talk like Full Metal Panic, Index, I mean, I guess Index was only a matter of time, but it's been
Fruits
so long.
Basket.
Yeah, Fruits Basket is coming back. Oh, which I'm happy they're actually. I haven't watched the original Fruits Basket, but what makes me happy from what I read into that the author of Fruits Basket just had this like just hated on Studio D for how they adapted the anime in the early 2000s. Like she just was like, if anyone's gonna work on my series, this is like what I read up on. Like if anyone was gonna work on Fruits Basket, she or I think it's a girl, isn't it a girl for Fruits Basket?
Well, Fruits Basket is a shoujo, so I would assume.
Yeah, I was assuming it's a girl, honestly, but that person, the author of Fruits Basket, said I don't want Studio Dean working on Fruits Basket. I don't like. She went in on the staff and everything from Fruits Basket from Dean because of how bad the adaptation was apparently. So it's good to see for the author that they're going to be adapting it properly from the beginning, and like Ali said, it's getting the brotherhood treatment. Uh, oh yeah, Shina, you reminded me about that with Saikano. I cannot wait for the Saikano movie. Oh, I love Saikano so much. Konosuba movie. Oh yeah, Zach said this the Saikano movie as well. So you guys both were thinking the same thing. Ali says 10 to 15% we get another like Origairu adaptation. I would agree with that. It's pretty like slim. Wish Ishida did that with Tokyo Ghoul, like going in on the staff and on the studio and all that. Like, yeah, he probably has. I haven't heard anything about that, but I mean, from what I read up on, like the author of Fruits Basket just went ham on Dean and the staff. Like she just like blacklisted them pretty much. Like I don't want you working on my series ever again. Which that is crazy. That is crazy. So for her, it's good to see that it's gonna be getting like the brotherhood treatment.
That's quite interesting that you mainly a lot of people in Japan, it's kind of just their, culture to kind of keep everything to themselves out of respect
Yeah.
of one another.
No, yeah, but
That's,
she
that's
went
quite interesting.
she went ham on them, yo. I think the movie is the final like the movie of Saikano is like the last part of it. I think it's like the final part of Saikano. Nobody got like blacklisted. I was just like, well, I guess you could consider them being blacklisted, but the author of Fruits Basket, Bloody Cause, like the studio dean and the staff and the people who worked on it, the original, like in the early 2000s, she just like went in on them and said, I don't want you working on my series ever again. So, you could call that blacklisting, I guess. You're not going to see any of them, I don't think, working on the new one coming 2019, like a reboot. Ozai, oh my gosh, yeah, I saw this. I saw that. In Miles, I don't know if you knew this. Funimation had a press release about how bad Tokyo Ghoul Re was and apologized about it. That Funimation had a
What
stream.
happened?
Funimation had a stream explaining
Oh,
Tokyo
yeah, that I heard
Ghoul.
about.
Yeah, you heard about that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but that was just another thing that they did. They had a stream explaining Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like they were explaining to these people why Re doesn't make any sense, or like everything that they fucked up on pretty much. Apparently they had a stream about that. I don't know like if they actually did a good job of explaining it or whatever, but
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
everyone is
And I know
okay.
a lot of people.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, and I know there's gonna be quite a few people who are probably not even gonna be willing to check out the manga just because of the adaptation now, and it sucks because Tokyo Ghoul Re's manga is so fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Like I've read part 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, and it's part 1 of like if you guys have not read the manga for Tokyo Ghoul yet, please go do it. It took me forever to do it. I still need to get into Re. I actually watched the first season of Tokyo Ghoul Re, the anime, and I'm watching the second season right now. I've heard I heard they're messing it up, obviously, but I need to get into Re. I actually collected all of the first part of Tokyo Ghoul. It's freaking fantastic. Way better than the anime, obviously, like way better. And I need to get Re for sure soon.
Bloody Claws says, "LOL, why did Funimation apologize? It should be Perry." It should be. You're absolutely right.
I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. Like at least Berserk season at least Berserk like at least the second season Berserk 2017 it followed the story pretty well, right? Like like the animation was shit, but
Yeah, the animation.
they
was
followed
shit,
the
but-
story at least,
Yeah,
you know?
it did,
like
yeah.
they like there were some instances though in like 2016 I think where was it the first like they skipped some shit or they jammed like 10 chapters into or 5 chapters into an episode or something or whatever it was, 10 chapters. But besides that, for the most part, Berserk 2016, Berserk 2017 followed the story, right? It didn't like obviously you should still read the manga for Berserk because that one's freaking brilliant as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ozai said, "Re's manga is terrible too." It's not terrible. It's it had some questionable moments during the end phase of Tokyo Ghoul Re's last act. That I will say is kind of what dropped it down a bit in quality, but overall as a manga, it's highly enjoyable and it's a very good manga, but it did kind of dip down toward the end due to some things that were kind of just I don't know. I think either Sui Ishida was just not feeling it anymore or he was rushed. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean still though, it's better than the anime.
Oh yeah, it's 10 times. Yeah.
Like
It's not like a really terrible, manga. If you want to know like a really terrible manga, let me think of a terrible manga for you. I don't know. Maybe check out no, actually no.
what
I
are you
can't
trying to
say
like
that.
compare a bad manga to a like good anime adaptation cuz that like never happens.
I'm just trying to say a bad manga a bad manga in general.
Oh.
I'm just trying to think. I don't think I have read any
I can't really help you on that
bad
one
ones.
cuz
But anyway,
I haven't read too many
if
manga.
you want to know a bad anime adaptation on the top of my head that I think is based off a manga, check out Pupa. Yeah, Pupa. Yeah.
Like
Alright.
even
Yeah.
the animation in Re is bad. Like right? Like it's very bland. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. Like like at least make the animation good or something, or the fight scenes good, man. Like, you know, like I'd rather it have like Berserk freaking 2016, 2017 animation and follow the story. I would be totally fine with that. You know, like same I could say the same thing for Root A. Like if Root A would have had like Berserk 2016, 2017 animation like with the CG and everything, if they followed the story, man, cuz season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul did a pretty decent job of following the story. Root A though, like I would have just even if they just followed the story, man. That's just like my biggest thing, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line we get Tokyo Ghoul Brotherhood. Probably won't ever happen because they're adapting all of Re, so it's gonna be finished. But I don't know.
And instead of Period, it'll be animated. Excuse me, it'll be animated by Wit Studio.
Yeah, like freaking like Madhouse or I don't know or freaking who knows, dude. It probably won't happen.
I can't see Madhouse doing it for some reason.
I forgot what even happened in Rude after reading the manga. Same. I do not remember one thing about Rude. I'm gonna be completely honest. I do not remember one thing. Like I'm even like as I sit here right now, I can't remember one thing.
A bad adaptation is what usually does. I wouldn't say that entirely about Period though. Like, okay, yes, Period does have like bad history of like the latest stuff that they have chosen to, you know, adapt from. But like if we're talking about like the old stuff that Studio Period used to adapt, like Yu Yu Hakusho, some of the big three shows back in the day, like Naruto, I mean, granted, you know, those had a lot of filler in it, but in terms of overall entertainment value, I would say they did good. Yu Yu Hakusho is probably the best example of Period's best work, in my personal opinion. So,
like with the adaptation and everything.
yeah, with it as an adaptation as a whole, like Studio Period. This is when Studio Period like really good. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, this was like
great.
late '90s, right? Like early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to do really good stuff, but now it's just kind of dipped with these like change of director, all that other stuff. You know.
Sundere Jesus said Madhouse ain't good anymore. I wouldn't go that far. Obviously, Madhouse isn't putting out like the same quality of stuff, at least in my opinion, that they did in the past. But I mean, you look at A Place Further Than the Universe, was freaking awesome. Very well animated as well, in my opinion. And they have Boogie Pop. Boogie Pop is going to be one of the best animated shows of 2019. Okay, it is. It just is. Shingo Natsumi and his crew, whoever he brings on board with him, the staff they have on there, Boogie Pop will be one of the best animated shows of 2019. It's just it's a fact. I could say that right now. I already know it. I already know. So, I know people will say like, okay, Overlord. Yeah, obviously that there's problems there with the animation. But to say they aren't good anymore, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. Honestly, like if they got some good staff to come in, also with their in-house staff from Madhouse to work on like say a Tokyo Ghoul Brotherhood, it's never gonna happen, but it would be good. It would be good. It'd be well animated, I think, at least.
Yeah. Yes. I just hope villain. I mean, Villain Saga is so fucking good. Like I would put that
like on the
up
same
with Berserk?
pedestal as Berserk. Like but like Vinland Saga's story. Oh my god.
The thing with Vinland Saga though is, and we've talked about this before, like with the director, the director of Inuyashiki being on it, like
yeah,
I think it's kind of inevitable. Like it's not gonna be full CG. I don't think it's gonna be full CG, but there is gonna be a decent amount of CG in it for certain moments or like certain parts of it.
Yeah, there definitely will be.
Yeah, because like Inuyashiki wasn't full CG, but it still had a decent amount in it. So,
Yeah.
and like I mean, the director of Inuyashiki also did like the 3D. He does the 3D stuff in Attack on Titan, like with the Colossal Titan and the CG, some of the CG you see in Attack on Titan. He's the same guy who directed Inuyashiki, which Inuyashiki was actually his first directorial like project, where he was the head director. So,
Yeah.
um,
They just need to get the story right. If they can get the story right, they got everything else in the bag. Like I wouldn't have any problem with it being, slightly CG and all that other shit. They at least have to get the story right.
yeah, I hope I hope they get the story right as well, and because of what I've heard about Vinland Saga. I mean, you put it up there with Berserk, so that's saying a lot because I know how much you like Berserk. So, like,
Yeah.
um, which I've heard nothing but good things about Vinland Saga, besides that anyway. But it makes me wonder, like, with Attack on Titan, obviously, like, and there's a lot to Vinland Saga, so I don't know what their long-term plans are for it. Um, like, I'm wondering how many episodes it's going to be here. Like, is it going to get a full adaptation? I don't know what their plans are really for it, but
Yeah.
like long term, I'm
I
talking.
Yeah, they might do this. They might do the same thing with like, just because of the track record that Vinland Saga has had. Like, it, Vinland Saga has sold decently, but there wasn't really a whole lot of sales with it in general.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the popularity is as big as in Japan. I think it's like Vinland Saga is like more universal here than in Japan because due to like the time period, the Viking area and whatnot. That's why it's not really that well popular in Japan. So because of that, I think they might end up doing the same thing they did with like Boku no Hero Academia, come out with like 12 episodes and see how the popularity is out of the reception of the first
And then
season.
then
And
take it
if
from there.
everything's right, yeah, take it from there.
Decide like
That's-
if they want to make more or not. Um, Ozai, let me see. Have you ever read Dead Demons, Dead Destruction?
Dude, I literally read that comment and I thought it said Red Dead Redemption. I was like, wait a minute, that's
By
not what it said.
Inio Asano. Is Inio Asano the same author as Goodnight Pun Pun, or am I tripping? Or I swear I know a series that this person has done. Is it Pun Pun? I think it's Pun Pun. He is the author of Pun Pun. Yeah. Okay, I was right.
Good night, Pun Pun. Yeah.
Yeah. I have not read that. I have not read it, Ozai. Yeah, that's the thing with like I feel like a Vinland Saga is similar to Berserk in the fact that it has like this kind of like cult this cult following. It's not like mainstream or anything like that. Um, you know, which Berserk is like obviously like way more popular than Vinland Saga, but still Berserk still isn't mainstream. It's not. It has like this cult following.
Yeah.
Which
Vinland
makes
Saga is
sense.
most likely going to receive a cult following as well. So.
Yeah, it makes sense though because of the kind of series that Berserk is. Like it doesn't appeal to the wide amount of people. Like say my example would be My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is mainstream. It's as mainstream as it gets. It appeals to children. It appeals to teens. You have a lot of adults who watch it. You're not gonna really see younger teens, children watching Berserk.
You're just not.
You're not. It's gonna be like people more so like older, like adults, young adults, older, adults. And there obviously are going to be those select few amount of people who do watch it when maybe they're teens or whatever, but for the most part, it's a cult following. So what Bloody Claws is saying is exactly right. Like most of these dark series, more mature, themed series are, have these cult followings.
Yeah, like if you were just to put like two anime together, Boku no Hero Academia and Berserk, what like if we're looking at the series overall, what do you think is going to be more appealing to you? Are you going to enjoy kids, fighting one another, or them doing their slice of life, high school things or whatnot, or are you going to like a series in which there's a lot of rape going
Yeah.
on, there's a lot of
It's very
political
heavy on
aspects,
religion,
very heavy,
politics.
yeah, very heavy themes and
Yeah.
whatnot, or do you want something that's gonna most likely be easy on the eyes, so to
Yep.
speak.
Yep. Exactly.
So that's why shonen, the genre of shonen, is so widespread amongst
Yep.
the
It's easy. It's
world.
way easier for a shonen to become mainstream because that's like kind of the whole point of it. It can
Yeah.
appeal to a wide or way wider amount of people. And even like adults can like it. you know.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say this to you earlier, Memory, but when it comes to like Vinland Saga, like there are some aspects of Vinland Saga which I would probably put higher than Berserk. And I know
wow.
that's really big to say. But the story in Vinland Saga is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, hearing that from you is pretty like, like wow.
Yeah.
But I
Because you
mean,
know how much I like Berserk.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I take your word for it because I got into Berserk a lot in part from your recommendation. So and I Berserk's my favorite manga ever.
Yeah.
So
I would probably say overall, like Berserk would definitely be my number one manga, but like
but Vinland Saga's like close. It's up there.
Yeah, Vinland Saga is very close because there's so much detail in the story of Vinland Saga where it's just like you can't put it down. You really can't. Like I want to keep buying volumes because of the story. Like
And it has
it just
those
continue.
hard covered books. It's
Yeah, those
I
make
have
it even better because it
yeah
looks good on the shelf.
yeah. uh, so I think we're actually about to wrap this up here. I mean, we've been streaming for like 2.5 hours now. It hasn't felt that long, really, honestly. like
Lightning round
that's
time.
why, yeah, that's why I love
Lightning
these
round.
streams because we talk about so much, and it feels like only like an hour or so maybe just went by. so like, it was great though. It was great. I'm definitely excited to have these every Sunday from now on. Like I said before, these will be earlier. They won't be like around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. They'll be probably like around 5 or 6 for you guys. So that'll be a lot better for most people, I would say. So it's not like as early or as late or whatever. So yeah, that about does it for this stream, the first one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, for the most part, it seems like everyone had a great time here. I want to thank Miles or Professor Anime for joining me.
Just call me Myluzu, man.
Myruzu Kage, he's in the chat. If you guys aren't subscribed to Myruzu, he does
Oh,
great.
God.
He does great. Come on, man. He does great videos. If you're not subscribed to Myruzu, he's in the chat here. Click his channel, go there, subscribe to him. Um, he does great stuff. A lot of different things he's been doing on the Myruzu thing. So definitely go check him out. Also, Blade was in here as well. If you guys aren't subscribed to Blade and Miles, my two closest friends, probably on here, then I don't know what you're doing. You guys probably know them already though. But yeah, it was a great time. Talked about quite a bit. So we'll see what we have in store for next week. What we'll talk about and everything. It should be a fun thing to do every week. Probably won't be as long as this. Hey, maybe it will. Who knows? But I definitely am looking forward to doing more of these and having you guys here. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining the stream. Thank you guys for the support over the past like month or two. Like I said, these are the best 2 months, like November and the previous month that I've had on YouTube. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the love. And look forward to reactions for Slime and the Golden Kamuy Greatness, both of them, on Monday, tomorrow. So yeah, that about does it. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for joining, and I'll see ya.
Go there, Cameron.